Hausa, and other frequencies across Liberia. We can also be heard online at www.voiceofliberiaradio.com. We go across Liberia, and that's why we are the power station.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry day.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It's time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry day.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It's time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It's time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to
Seku Sherry day.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It's time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to
Seku Sherry day.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, Seku Sherry coming to talk. We got the name to information and education. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, Seku Sherry coming to talk. Good information. Information is talking and education. Seku Sherry coming to
Seku Sherry day.
Come on, let's go for the love. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Come on, let's go for the love. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Come on, let's go for the love. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Seku Sherry day. Liberia, let's go for the Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Oh, what a great way to say good morning. What a great way to welcome many Liberians to this platform. And whenever you hear this song on your radio, know that it is the program Good Morning Liberia. And so let me say good morning to all of you joining us this morning. A good afternoon, good evening to those of you joining us in the diaspora. Like we have always said, this is where we converge each and every mornings to talk about issues. And of course, these are issues that matters to you Liberians. So wherever you're joining us from, those of you joining us on the internet, on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, on our online radio, we want to say a pleasant good morning and welcome. Those of you joining us there from Bon County, Banga City, those of you joining us from Grand Bassa County, those of you joining us from is it Nimba County? The 15th political subdivision for short. I want to say good morning and I want to welcome you to the program. Good morning, Liberia. This morning we are here to talk about lots of issues. And of course, these are issues that matters to you Liberians. There's a lot going on. Some of the things they are good, some of the things they are bad. But all in all, we give God, or the Muslims who said, we give Allah the praise. A real leadership is leaders recognizing that they serve the people that they lead. I always say this thing. I always say that those of the people who are working in government, my Liberian people, they are working for you. We people, we are the ones, excuse me, we are the ones who elected them and they are working for us. So you shouldn't be deterred or feel that someone is much bigger when you people or we are the ones who employ them. And so good morning to you and welcome. Come on, let us have a conversation. Let us all talk and talk. You can talk, I can talk. We all can do the talking this morning. My name is Samira Onelai. And of course, I am Samira Onelai. And I'm here with you this morning up to 10 o'clock. Let us get Ben Believe talk about on shortly and be able to welcome him. Ben, you are welcome to the conversation. We're going to have a lot of talks this morning. And there are too many interesting things to have a conversation about. So I urge each and every Liberian following the broadcast to share the video, share it in all of the chat rooms. Let others have access to information this morning. Let us all disseminate information this morning. Do not be mean with information. Whenever you wake up in the morning, turn on your radio, go on the internet, get to know what is happening within Liberia, out of Liberia, get to know what is happening. It is important. I do not know as to how people can live without information. If you're living without information, then I do not know what kind of life you're living, because if you do not know what is happening around you, you got to check yourself. And so this morning, the cash giveaway is on. We're giving out 10,000, 30,000. We're giving out 5,000. And this morning, you're using 50 Liberian dollars. And star 799 star 8 hatch. And all you need to do is to play with 50 Liberian dollars. Those of you making your way to work this morning, be it on the commercial or private vehicles. Those of you making your way to your business places. Those of you making your way just wherever. I want to say welcome. Those of you riding the kekes this morning, those of you riding the motorbikes this morning, I want to say good morning to you, and I want to say welcome. Yesterday was the final of the National County Sports Meet, one of Liberia's best, one of the things that bring Liberians together, one of the things that take up all of the political gamuts. And so people saying how politics were in the county, me, but I don't want to believe it though. How can we politicize everything in this country? But welcome, my people. Let me say welcome to Ben. Ben, I don't know. Your video is kind of like, sticking. I don't know what's happening. It's either you need to go something like that. But
Okay. So let me go off and rejoin the video.
exactly, your voice is coming in clear, but then the video is sticking. So you just need to rejoin us this morning, okay? While Ben is rejoining us, let us be able to acknowledge few persons this morning. Quickly, those of you watching us on our Facebook page, you can drop as to where you're watching us from, and we might not be able to read out all of your comments, but we will read out some of them, okay? Let us do it quickly. Valley Cunning, this person says, good morning, Samira, watching from Massambola, Lufa County. Happy Monday morning. Vinicius Junior Bar, watching from Nukru Town. Mali Fofana is following the broadcast from 20th Street. Amos K Bar, he says, Amos K Bar is following. Akwe Zango writes, good morning, Voice of Liberia. My name is Akwe Zango, love to be called. Life can change. Joining you from Lufa County, Vonchaman City. Pastor Esther says, good morning, watching from the nation's biggest city. And this here is my friend and brother. Thank you for following. Stephen Yakate is watching from Cotton Tree District, number 2, Lower Margibi County. Stephen Yakate is one of our regular followers. Let me say welcome to you this morning. Jacob Kwayi, he says, I'm following from the headquarters of the Innovative Youth Alliance in Dole Community. And Patrick P. Tolley writes, following from Kokoya, Bon County, MNG Gold, Liberia. James Moba Koto says, good morning, I'm following live from Kolahun Health District, Lofa County. How is Lofa County this morning? We have a couple of people following from Lofa this morning. Hope everything is going great within the county. Dakin Anderson says, I'm following from Lofa this morning. Great. That's so great. Mohammed Mariaram J. Sharif. This person writes a long one and says, good morning, Samira. I'm watching from Jacobstown, St. Francis community. International diplomacy comes with responsibility. This is a result of an irresistible and incompetent government headed by old man Joe Boakai. James Droba Wemily says, good morning, VOL family. I'm James Droba Wemily. I'm following from Banga City, Bon County. Thanks for the update. But Banga is off. Can we call to Banga? Banga is not to be off, my brother. Why is Bon County off? Thank you for alerting us though. But the station is not to be off in Banga, right? So let's call to Bon County and make sure that the guys they're on. Let's do that quickly, secret. Papi Escaita says, Voice of Liberia, I'm following from Tuput Road. Moses Hammer is watching from Wiala Magibi County. Jonah Nakula Koli, he says, I'm following from Swakoko City, Bon County. And Roland W. To says, good morning, Samira and Ben Tokpa. I'm watching from a Battery Factory Community, Japan Freeway District, Taite, Montserrat County, Monrovia. Sheko S. Sheko is following from Canada. Edwin Small Goya is watching from Texas, the USA. Theophilus G. Mawolo is following from Vonchama City, Lofa County. Emmanuel D.S. Colley is watching from VOA Community, RRA Highway. Marka T. Tokpa is watching from Yekepa, Nimba County, and he's congratulating Nimba County for winning the 2025-2026 National County Sports Meet. Elijah Koti says, "Good morning. My name is Elijah Koti, following from Banga City, Bon County. Thank you for the hard work." Those of you watching us from Bon County, you want to tune into Bon County and know as to if the station is on, my brother. The person who said that Bon County branch is off, the station is actually on. Okay. James W. Quay Jr. is watching from River G County. And he says, "I want for Voice of Liberia to be in River G County, please." We can be in the 15th political subdivision, my brother. I'm money. You see, people can be calling from Bon County asking, "Is Bon County on? Is Grand Passa on? Is Lofa County on? Is Margibi County on?" Dana Magic. So Seku can say Dana, he can say Dana Magic, all right? It's money. But for the listeners, we hope to get the station on in all of the counties by God's grace. Okay. So welcome. Let us all share the live video. Let's now join Ben Believe Tokba. Good morning, Ben. Ben, you muted your mark. You want to
Okay.
unmute it?
Okay. Good morning, Samara, and it's good to be here on Voice of Liberia. And good
Mhm.
morning to the thousands of listeners who've tuned in to the BKS radio in the country. We want to welcome everyone, and it's great to be here. I feel very fantastic. Yeah, I feel very fantastic. I had a very great week. We the weekend was wonderful. Was wonderful. I learned some new skills. Yeah, it's a great one.
That's good. That's good. You spoke about your weekend already. We had a really a long weekend, and a lot of things happened over the weekend. And of course, we're here this morning to talk about some of these things. But in passing, in housekeeping, we want to look at one thing this morning for the housekeeping, and it has to do with the counter meet. I don't know as to if you followed yesterday, Ben, but yesterday was the grand final of the National Counter Sports Meet.
I followed the National Counter Sports Meet Grand Final, and I want to congratulate you on your win, Nimba. Nimba.
Podcast.
But I rooted for Grand Crew anyway. I rooted for Grand Crew
You
County.
see that? You
But
see that?
I mean that's the beauty of sports. Congratulations, and I want to say I want to thank President Weah for also turning out to cheer the boys of Grand Crew County, and I
The
want
man,
to
the man,
also
the man went out to e-show yesterday, oh, Ben.
yeah. But the
So
man is sure.
you saw the man whip he went in. I'd be like, why
Yeah.
this man want to e-show?
The man, the man whipped me a Polaris Slim shot. Yeah, and I saw Mazo Kimaya in the front seat with him. That was that was a wonderful thing. You know, we're blessed to have George. We are in our country, and as a Liberian, we're very blessed to have him. I mean, he attracted a lot to a lot of the serenity, sportsmanship, leadership, and all of that. That was a great one. And the politicization, like we've always said, of the county meet, it did everything it could to undermine the fabric of the national county sports meet. But nevertheless, I want to give it out for Liberians who, in spite of everything, still try one way or the other to turn out, especially for the final stage of the county meet, to just ensure that that event was wonderfully graced in the last minute. So I want to thank Liberians who show up yesterday at the National Counter Sports Meet, and those of the people who were unfortunate to receive a minor injury due to the stampede. I want to say we wish you all speedy recovery. Get well soon. But I mean, congratulations, Samira. Your team won. Your county won
Yes,
the county sports meet.
yes. And I was on Facebook. I posted a video, trying to sing the song from Nimba County. Yeah, you see some people under the video saying, "You don't even know how to sing the song." I'd be like, "We're going to learn this thing next year, right? We'll learn the song next year." But the
But
fact that we,
Samara,
mm,
I want to be honest.
mm,
You know, I think people should stop this stereotype. There's certain stereotype I think it doesn't make sense, and I will say this. For
mm,
example, they will say Pele people they stupid because Pele people humble. That's wrong. Pella people are very nice people, and Pella people are wise. Don't take somebody, kindness for the other way. So Pella people
Mm.
are nice people. Let's go to the people of Basa. They say the Basa people sold their land. Only the people don't sell no land. They don't get no record for that. Let's go to
Profession.
Nimba. You say Nimba, yeah, for fish. They say people from Nimba not fun. Nothing allowed. The kind of
See
Nimba
me.
can't they get it?
Yeah,
About
look at me. Look at me.
Samira, you are beautiful. You are beautiful. For Salabra
Look,
finest. For Salabra
look.
finest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ben, I bet you.
So
Yeah,
Samara,
they can say that
yeah,
the Nima
and
country
and
people get now.
that's
What
in
they
a
can say?
lot. See the Nima can't get in there, Jesse, all over the place. And see Samara here has a clear
It's
testimony.
it's it's
Yeah.
like then when you get in a jersey, you're looking at ukus like
Ah,
someone was saying. He said, "See the girls, them ukus."
I'll actually look at the Nima red team, man. I carry my feet down.
Then that's a lie. That's a blatant lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. But
But
anyways,
Nima gets something too, man. Nice. I mean, I saw a lot of
yeah,
things on
yeah.
him.
You know,
Yeah.
each county always have that kind of, way back saying, I should say. But I can always tell people, if you people say that people from Nimba County, ugly, all the ugly people they died to the war. The
Of
one in
course,
a
you're right.
on people now. But
That's
anyways,
right.
um, football, it is especially the national county sports meet. It is one of the unique things that we have within our country.
Sure.
Wherein,
Yes.
at a point in time, I'd be like, I think this thing should happen twice a year because the people that the excitement that comes with it, Liberians are happy to go out there. Although this year county meet, 2025, 2026 county meet, it was not, it was poorly planned, that I should say, because you never really, people never had that momentum from the beginning,
Yeah.
all of that. But at least yesterday, we saw that the field was jam-packed. Liberians came up. It is on that field that people take up their political comments, to celebrate.
Obviously.
But let me say a big congratulations to the 15 counties. All of you guys did well. You people played. That's the beauty of football. One person got to win. I don't care how it is. That's how it has been, and that's how it will be. One person always have to come up victorious. But all of the counties, you did well. Congratulations to Grand Crew County for coming second. Congratulations to Cape Mount for coming third. Congratulations to Marky B. Congratulations to Grand Bassa. All of you, you did well. That's the beauty of football. As much as it is the beauty of football, you need to know that Nimba County cannot go into a race and lose.
I expected to hear something like that. This is not a
So,
surprise. Guys.
yeah, I started it very far. The people say, oh, the Lions, they get big muff. Our big muff for nothing. Because look at what we did 7 times. We are the highest carrier, nobody touching us. Eating show quietly. But let me say congratulations to everybody too. You saw the president
Grand Crew will
yesterday.
come out stronger.
You saw the president kicking the ball yesterday, Ben. President Joe Boga, you was on the field.
They gotta take down the papel.
I said, when the president was going on the field, I feel like this man is old. They need to be careful.
My
They
house busy.
really
My
to go
house
on.
busy for
And
he.
I think the both of us were sitting at the same place. I was
Yeah.
scared for him, right? It's not that we're trying to, but it's normal. Old age, it is normal. We have seen
Sure.
our grandparents, great grandparents, when they're old, how it is like. You turn to
Yeah.
a baby again, right? So I was like,
Samara, there's one thing. There's one thing I would say to you in Liberia, regardless of our political difference, but there are certain things we hold so dear. And I would say
Mhm.
this, Madame Sirleaf, Liberians said the worst they could say about Madame Sirleaf for 12 years. Today, Madame Sirleaf move around like a queen. She's respected. Nobody have issue with her. She's moving
Oh
around.
yeah,
And true be told, 2029, Bwaka will be defeated. George will be elected president, and we'll still see him as an elder in the country. So, I mean, when we say here our heart leap, we just want to say for the listeners, he's an old man. He's a grandfather for some people. And apart from the corruption attached to him, the bad governance, but he's a state man. He's somebody's father, somebody's grandfather. So at that age, when you see your old man going keep football, your heart like, oh, a bit but
yeah,
pizza with the boy. So that's just something
yeah,
like that. But I mean it was fun. It was fun. It was good he
yeah.
also show up. That was a good thing. It was good he show up. I mean, to be at the final at his age, that was something okay we can talk about. Yeah. Ali, you
Ben.
didn't party process to the ben talk about that small. Yeah.
As you know, it is a great thing, and it's always good to see, past leaders or to see leaders together. Like at a
Obviously.
point in time when we had the former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as the president, we couldn't point to any past president that we had in our country. And that
That's
was so
correct.
bad. No
That's
past
correct.
president, Charles Taylor was in the Hague. He had been in the Hague. So we couldn't
Yeah.
say, all of the past president that we had at the time, except from Charles Taylor, who is in the Hague, they were dead. So we never had anybody. So when Madam Sirleaf 12th term finished, when Judge Weah took over, I said, at least we have a former president that is living within the country. Wherein when there's an event, all of these people can come together. But I did not see the past president and the current president together yesterday.
Yeah, for that quickly, as part of the housekeeping, Samara, Joseph Boaka have problem.
Judge Weah doesn't have problem.
No, Joshua doesn't have a problem. When Joshua became president 2017, 2018, he drove to Boaka House with his wife, Madam Claire Mary. We had the first lady, his vice president, Joe Howard Taylor. They
Yeah.
went. They paid
Mhm,
a courtesy visit to Joseph Yuman Boaka.
mhm.
And the president, we are and his wife, their homes were open to Boakai. You also had Joel as the as the vice president elect prostrate before Joseph Boakai, respecting him as a statesman from Lofa and a former vice president. Unlike Joseph Boakai, who took leadership, he opened the VIP lodge at the airport for a content creator in Nigeria, but denied access to the man who built it. The immediate former president, His Excellency George Manuel, was denied access. In all fairness, we have seen a lot of people go to that country and they are allowed to have their people go to receive them. Churches will have their members turning out to receive their pastors. Entrepreneurs will have their workers going to receive them. Political influencers will have their supporters going to receive them. And to our almost surprise, the former president of the Republic of Liberia, the man who steered the affairs of the country for 6 years, they put armed guards, AFL and police officers were all at that airport when President Weah returned to the country after his trip in the post inauguration time in 2024. That was totally wrong and unacceptable. There was a time where he was landing, his aircraft was landing at the RIA, and the airport authorities failed to make the runway pliable and all of that. They had to do an emergency landing in Freetown. The chief of office staff to President Weah, Eugene Nangme, spoke about that. That was a threat to the life of His Excellency George Weah. So, in all fairness, Amira, when it
Mm.
comes to that, when George Weah became president, he maintained a cordial relationship with the former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And even Joe Boakai benefited that cordiality of relationship. Unlike Joseph Boakai, he has refused to maintain a decent, healthy relationship with President Weah. Not even opposition stakeholders. He has never done it. There has been no time where Joe Boakai called for a meeting to sit
Yeah,
and
yeah.
talk.
We had that is something that we have been talking about, and it's important that we be able to flag all of these issues in housekeeping before Ben gave you the lineup. Shortly, Ben will give you the lineup as to some of the things that will be discussed up to our closing time on the program this morning. But Ben, the reconciliation process is one of the things that we have been talking about when it comes to leaders, because as a new government, when you take over, your responsibility is to bring together all political parties, right? So
That's
that,
correct.
okay, we have won this election. It's at a time that we all be able to move the country forward. Let us put politics aside. That's how it should be, right? That is what the president, Joe Walker, is supposed to do. By the
That's
end of the
correct.
day, up to now, he has not yet done it. When you want to talk about it, there are few people who say the president did reconciliation. He called the people in the diaspora. He buried the other people who died and blah, blah, blah. He not buried them, but had a program for them, right?
Yeah, the
Memorial service,
reburial.
all of that, right? But how is it with oppositions? How is it with the past government? I always say this thing: after an election, the election process is behind you, and what you have now is to be able to move the country forward. That should be your first and foremost priority. You cannot be on that because let us be real. At the time, the National Election Commission had not yet even, announced, the result yet been. The former president we had to phone and made a call to President Bwaka, congratulating him on winning the election, even though National Election Commission had not yet come up with their result. And after it, we have been having this conversation. Nobody saying you and former president we all should be best of friends, but you people are leaders, and the people watch their leaders and learn from their leaders. How is it that we will have leaders who will be leading us, and you cannot even see that cordial relationship between them? This man served as a president. You and Puaka are supposed to get some kind of, communication. I always say, as much as politics is a deadly game, it is a nice game too. You see, politicians are friends. That's the reason why I always tell Liberians that you cannot put your neck on chopping board. I mean, and sit down on chopping board and sit down and say, you're angry of this person or you're against this person because of this person. Because these two people will come together and they will laugh about issues. So I don't know as to if there's some kind of something in heart or whatever. But the last time I checked, I think President Walker said that he texted the former president. I don't know, wishing him happy New Year or there was some kind of I think Thanksgiving or whatever. Texted him, wishing him, and then he texted back. I mean, all of that. But Liberians want to see their leaders together. The former president Ellen, we saw how she was with former president George Weah. These are things that we want to see when we have our leaders, who served and they are no longer in power. When there's a program, we want to see these people together, shaking hands. It brings that kind of feelings, right? And all of that. But yesterday, we saw Alexander Cummings from the ANC. I think you followed. He was the one right behind Poakai, carry on the shaking hands along with the vice president, Jeremiah Kuhn, and all of that. That is good, but we hope to see, the fact that the former president was on the field and all of that. These are things that we want to see as Liberians. We want to see our leaders being together. We want to see that relationship between past and present leaders. That is how it should be. You shouldn't hold grudge in heart and say, because of politics. That is not right. Not at all. So, Ben, you have anything to say from there? You'll be able to give the people the lineup for the day.
Yes, basically what I say here is that the country is not reconciled. There is no way you can foster genuine reconciliation with the dead while you carry hate and discrimination for the living.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to you're going to rebury Samuel Kanyado, who died decades ago. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to build a memorial tomb for the late President Tolbert. He's dead and gone. In fact, his family, they've healed already. They're living their normal life. When last did you see a child or a relative or trouble on the street protesting or protesting? So that's not reconciliation. That's showmanship, showboating, and political grandstanding. So Boaka has failed not only in governance, not only in accountability, not only in rule of law, but the odious political actor in the country, but the odious political leader in Joseph Boakai, a man who's supposed to be a grandfather in the country, he has failed to foster reconciliation. In fact, he has further divided the country. This is wrong. And quickly, I want to say congratulations on behalf of us of Liberia, Samira. We say congratulations to the people of Guinea. Mohamedou Doumbouya was inaugurated during the
Yeah.
course of last week. We want to say congratulations to him. The junta leader turned the people's president. He was democratically elected. So Guinea have transitioned now to democratic governance. We want to say congratulations to the people of Guinea and democracy. Kudos to democracy. Let democracy prevail.
The
So
President Biden went for the inauguration. Mm-hmm. He was there.
I think he forced himself on our program because we
Oh,
had
why should you say so?
this we saw the kind of relationship between Domboya and I mean the issue between the UP regime and the people of Guinea, especially with their rail, that rail thing. Guinea spent billions of dollars on that rail, and Guinea is not prepared to go through the deal with Liberia to have any negotiation right now with Joseph Boakai. So they have a very sour relationship. You saw how Domboya and the president of Rwanda, Kagame, were having the tete-a-tete. There was no tete-a-tete between Domboya. When you see the facial expression when they were shaking hands, Domboya showing him like, "Mama, what you can do here?" But anyway, that's it. I mean, congratulations to the people of Guinea.
And also, congratulations to the Senegalese. They won the African Cup of Nations,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Uh
yes,
huh.
yes. Congratulations to them. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. So Ben, you want to bring us up to speed with some of the things that will carry us up to our closing time this morning, so that
Okay,
we'll be
so
able to hop onto them.
so we have a interesting talking points today on Good Morning Liberia, the 19th day of January 2026. So Amara Kone, the senator of Bapulu County who campaigned for Joseph Boaka, he has challenged Boaka economy and said Liberians are not owners of the economy. Liberians are losing control of their businesses. Top-notch former government official of the CDC, Samuel Toy, have challenged the Unity Party government, saying they are driving in the footprint of the CDC. And he challenged them to undo harmonization, saying they're only cracking down on him and other former officials because of their brilliance and their track record in government, knowing that they have the answers and the challenge that Unity Party cannot solve. Then we go to the biggest of all, this Oronto deal we've been talking about. Senegal have officially withdrawn the license of the Oronto Petroleum Company from their Saya offshore shallow oil block in Dakar. And this is official from the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum in Senegal. And according to the Senegalese government, this Oriental deal, Ato Easy, does not have the capacity to operate any oil operation in Senegal since 2008. They gave him they gave him the deal. He has failed to carry on any industrial drilling or even having the money to fund the operation or bringing in credible investors. So you see what we say about this Ato Easy guy,
Mm.
Senegal pull back. So we want to say kudos to President Faye. One of a serious leader will pull back from this kind of man, the Venezuelan criminal. So those are the things we have on our plate this morning. The three uh, training issues.
Okay, okay. There are a lot of things to talk about, and trust me, we're going to have a real good conversation here this morning. But let us start up with this issue that has to do with Senator Amara Kone. The first and foremost thing is that let us be able to clear the air about this. I think, was it 3,000 or 30,000? I think it was 3,000 that, there was this news that Senator Amara Kone gave out money to a particular district in Bakwolu County, and his office came up and said that the news that we have been seeing on the internet, that's a lie, and such thing did not happen. The people did not return such money. So, it's one of the reasons why, Ben, I always tell Liberians that you do not just go on the internet and then you see news and then you take it to the radio or you start to believe in it. It's better you call for clarification from the person himself or herself to know as to what is the issue. So the whole thing about quote unquote people returning money to Senator Amara Kone because he gave it to them as their festive season and all of that, it is a lie. There was distribution of money, and the distribution of the money, it was not even the amount that you people are seeing on the internet, and nobody returned money to Senator Amara Kone office. So just
Okay.
to clarify that, since we're about to talk about this issue that he raised, okay,
Okay.
challenging the president, Boakai, call for Liberians to own the economy and all of that, just so you know. But let us start up on this note, Ben. Let us start up on this. So you want to start up,
Okay.
and then I will be able to give my say after you're done.
Okay. Thank you, Samara. So the saying goes, when things fall apart, the center no longer holds. This is the situation with the collapse of the rescue regime. Amara Kone, a very strong supporter of the Unity Party regime, a man who campaigned for Joseph Yuma Boaka, have been critical of recent on the failures of the Boaka regime. And this is what Americano said. Americano of recent, he challenged Joseph Boakai. He challenged Joseph Boakai call for Liberians to own the economy. And Americano indicated that the reality on the ground is totally different from what Joseph Boakai said in the campaign that Liberia will own the economy. He said Liberian businesses are losing control day by day,
Mhm.
are losing control day by day. And Americano argued, he argued that the Liberianization Act is not being enforced. The Liberianization Act, I say Liberian first. Liberians should own the businesses. He says it's not being enforced. He said, and in fact, this has allowed foreigners to continuously dominate even the bread and butter sectors in the country. Petty trading that Liberians should even be operating, you get foreigners who have taken over that sector. So
Mm.
there's nothing that on a liberalization policy that restricted for Liberians, and there is no oversight and responsible governance from Joseph Boakai on this. He also said that sectors on threat, specific sectors in the business area that are on threat include used clothes trading. Americans said that even used clothes or decay, or in other words, thrift, but in Labro we know it to be decay. Americans said even used clothes or decay, that market, that business, foreigners are in charge of it. He
Mm.
talked about petty trading. People that are selling small, small things that are also appliances and other small, small things. You get foreigners in charge of it. Transportation business, even the local aircraft that are running from one country to another, they're not for Liberian. Is that a Liberian owned company?
Mhm.
Transportation business, most of the trucks are not owned by Liberians. Most of the buses are not owned by Liberians. Are some kind of Guinean company or some kind of Fulani company from somewhere else is not owned by Liberian. Auto repair, the top-notch mechanic shops in Monrovia are owned by Lebanese. When you want to take your car to a good garage, those garages are owned by Lebanese. Auto repair, black making factories, the big, big block factories are not owned by Liberians. They are owned by foreigners. Let's look at mechanics. Let's look at tailoring. I will say this to you. This is not going against the people, businesses in the country there. But this is the fact. If you want to wear a good suit, you have to go to the tailor at Fast and Say boutique. You gotta go to Gentleman Club. You gotta go to Center Point Boutique. Those businesses are not owned by Liberians.
Liberians.
So even tailoring, retail is not owned by Liberians. Senator Corner also went further. He said that He said that even family survival businesses, now you're talking about the big corporations, though. He said family survival businesses are losing means day by day for daily income for their family. So it make it difficult because you have foreigners taking even the full out the big shops in the community, provision shops, though. Well, Liberians will be selling the tea, the Lipton tea. I mean, the pack of Lipton tea, the Idomi cartoon, the milk cartoon, the sardine. Those stores are owned by Fulanese and other foreign nationals. You see, BB shop in the community is not for Fulani men, it's for Nigerian men. You understand?
Mhm.
So he also accused the state of weak enforcement. American said the ability to enforce under Joseph Boakai, he said, is very weak. He said there is fragmented oversight. The oversight is fragmented. It's just broken into. That means it's not strong. It's not together like we said. When things fall apart, the center no longer hold. Oversight is weak. Fragmented enforcement, no oversight at all. He talked about harassment and poor market regulation. No regulation. Even for the consumers, no protection. The last time, Doug Cooper, the commerce minister who graduated and never had a record in the University of Liberia, ACAF, the self-imposed graduate, at no point in time we ever saw Doug Cooper speaking one day about any expired goods or this and that, cleaning the market for Liberians like Josephine David, the commerce inspector on a job we had there. He talked about these things push Liberians out of their own economy. Now, Amara Kone gave some recommendation. He said that he planned to introduce a bill. That is solution he recommended. He said he will introduce a bill, and that bill will be called the Informal Economy Development and Protection Act. And he said that bill aims to officially reorganize the informal economy to make it legitimate. We're talking about only petty traders around the place to make their business, look very legitimate. He's talking about to enforce 26 business activities reserved for Liberians. That is under the liberalization policy. American said there will be 26 strategic businesses reserved purely, squarely for Liberians. And he said that
Mhm.
will be done in a unified way. And registration for citizenship verification system will be utilized. It will be instituted. Because American said in order to have these things, you should have registration for citizen verification. Because anybody can run and say, okay, I'm Liberian. But there should be proof beyond all reasonable doubt that this person who want to do the particular business reserved for Liberians, it is registered and it is shown that this person is a Liberian citizen. He talked about the establishment of organized trading zones with sanitation and security. I'm not going to talk about that. It should be organized. And he said that former workers should be protected from harassment. Samira, go and see those Lebanese business people. Go and see how they're treating the workers. When I was in the employ of MCC, when we used to go and check sometimes on a large scale inspection tour, sometimes when you go inside some of the business compound, their operation places, their stores, when you see the workers' bathroom, how messed up it is. When you see the workers' lodge where they go to have their dinner or their lunch or whatever, it's all messed up. Some of those workers are not even treated in a decent and proper way. So Amakone said that should also be looked at. He said nearly 68% of Liberian workforce operate in a formal economy and they have little or no protection. He also highlighted that the law will require 25% of public procurement to go to Liberian owned SMEs. That has to do with small, medium enterprises. He
Yes.
highlighted that 25% public procurement go to small, medium enterprises. And this is important, like we said the last on the yellow machine thing. And that one thing what one Jeremiah Kun say invite President John on the plane, go in China to go negotiate yellow machine only because he won't get kicked back. There are Liberian companies that should be allowed to do this procurement that will go through the PPCC and a competitive bidding process supervised by the PPCC. So he said that the fiscal year 2026 budget estimated at US 116.8 million, especially on the Liberian small business sector. That US 116.8 billion should focus on that. And he said that enforcing the rule of law will help to create jobs and it will create it will support peaceful coexistence. It will reduce the threat and support peace and stability in the country. So in summary, what Amakone is calling for, Amakone is calling for Joseph Boaka government to be responsible to man off to these promises. And he has said that at this point in time, he is going to lead this revolution where about 26 strategic businesses can be given directly for Liberian business owners to operate. Because clearly, the foreigners, they have taken all our businesses, even tea and bread. Liberians are not the ones selling it. Frying egg, Liberians are not the one. Kobo bean and all is been hijacked by foreigners. So where is the liberalization policy promised by Joseph Boaka? This is sad for our country.
Okay. Um, Thank you. And let me say that that was a great piece done by Amaracone. And it was just a minute ago, he did another post
Okay.
on his Facebook page. And was it a minute? Okay. An hour ago, right? I saw it a minute when he posted it. He did a, let me see. I want to get this clear, please. Okay. When he did this post about, the Asla Meta Third Amendment, I think this is something that we have been talking about, about Asla Meta and all of that. And he had a whole lot to say about the company there. But let me say that we're in the second year. Was it the second or the third? 2020. Okay, okay, okay. Of Joseph Boakar's government and the Liberian association policy, which of course you spoke about. Ben have said almost everything regarding this. We always see as to how Liberians are being treated. We see as to how the policy works. Like for a Liberian man to own a business, it's a whole lot of process. Then you're just looking at the Indian, the Lebanese, over a majority of the businesses within our country. It's not like Liberians do not want to own a business, but the process that the Indian or Lebanese will go through when it's a Liberian who want to hold similar business within their own country, the process is a whole different thing. I've seen it. It's a
That's
whole
correct.
different thing. A whole different thing. The Indian man will get it faster when it comes to a Liberian. Then there where the problem comes in. And this is the reason why I always say that we Liberians who do not love ourselves. We love outsiders. We do not love ourselves. The things that we'll do for people out there, Ben, even the money changing or money changer business, as you will say, the Nigerian, the other people know they are even doing it more in our own country here.
That's correct.
So the whole policy that was spoken about during the campaign, after the campaign, after the election, on the inauguration, and he continued to speak about is a lie. Because it is not just about saying these things. I always say it's about Liberians seeing results. Because
Obviously.
you just come up and just say things, and say things, and it is not being done. There's absolutely no protection for Liberians. Like we were talking, Ben, we hosted a conversation here. There were people who called from some of these entities. They gave us pictures as to where they eat and where the other people eat. Some Liberians working with some of these entities, they are being treated as dogs. That is how they are being treated. There's absolutely no protection. When we talk about the labor law, that one is zero. Corporate ministry is score zero. There's absolutely nothing there to protect them. So how is this policy going to work? You have the Indians, you have the Lebanese. Most of the businesses, check it out. It is being owned by these people. For you to see or like even you see the Jalo shops in the community, there are even many to see or like it's not like let us erase that notion that Liberian man they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that, and blah blah blah. Do you know how many competent Liberians we have to be able to fit in that space? How many
Exactly.
competent people we have? But is it that the opportunity is being given to them? No. The way which these Indians or Lebanese or other nationals will be treated, our own Liberian cannot treat our own people like that. I always say this thing on the radio, Ben. If I become president in this country, right, only thing that people will do is just be looking, not like I do not like, but you see all the austere buildings and you see up here, you will not get any foreign nationals then living upstairs or live downstairs. Liberian will go live upstairs. I don't know how people see it, but me, that's one of the things that I've been looking at.
You have the
Right?
reason for that policy, I'm
I'm
sure.
telling I'm telling you that the people that it's like they are the ones who own our economy. The people decide the fit. Look at the
That's a
government
fact.
that the government will come up and say, "Oh, let US rate be like this and be like that," and the people will still be holding the US or holding the Liberian dollar. You have central bank here. So who's controlling the money within our country? Look at the rate. I mean, it keeps fluctuating.
That's
People,
correct.
that's nothing. So who's controlling it? Who's actually controlling it? The last time you saw when the president Waka hosted a meeting with the rice importers, did you see a Liberian there?
They're
All
all
of the people you
foreigners.
had around the table, they were all white heads. Did you see or like?
Foreigners.
Is it that Liberians don't want to get into importation of rice? Of course they want to. Do you know how many names we have heard? But is it that the chance have been given to them? Almost everything in our country is just about the foreigners, foreigners, and foreigners. And these people prioritize themselves. You think the money that the people are making in their country, in their own country, you know how many mansions they have there? They're using it as a hustling ground. When you see one man pull one building down, they say, oh yeah, the people, at least they're developing the country and blah blah. You know what that man is building in his own country? Do you know how much that man is taking from our country? But at a point in time, to all of these things supposed to be looked at. But it is how greedy some politicians are. That's the reason why they cannot go ahead. Look at the labor sector. You know how many Liberians are going through bad labor in our country for some of these same people? Foreign nationals, you know how they treat them for 50 United States dollars at the end of the month? Just for them to receive that money at the end of the month, go to their working places. These people do not even have place to eat. They are being treated like dogs. When you see the white people or whoever sitting here eating or whoever sitting here eating, you Liberians, you are not to go there in our own country. Then at the end of the day, we want to sit here and say, oh, the liberalization policy that the president talking about is going to work. How is it going to work? Let us all make it to make sense. Are we seeing progress? No, Liberians, let us talk about it. In our own country, we are like spectators. In our own country, we're looking like the foreigners in our own country. And some of these people, look at some of the companies that we have in our country here. A job that should be given to a Liberian, or Liberian supposed to occupy that job, it is being given to foreign nationals. The Asla Meta, the BA Mountain, these institutions, these companies, Liberians supposed to hold a specific job there. But Liberians holding them, no, they're not. Even driver work. Or do you who told you that Liberians cannot do drive? Do you know how many drivers we have? They have a heavy duty or whatever, but it is being given to their own people. Water that people supposed the people carry their own machine that be producing their own water. So how the people they helping Liberians now? How is it that we're prioritizing our country? We do not love ourselves in this country. And some of the people we can bring to power, they do not love us. Because these are things. Let me tell you something. To be a president, Ben, you have that soul power in you that when you say this, it should be respected.
That's
When you
correct.
take this action, nobody praying for the child stealer days, but people who were around during the child stealer days, right? People who were around and saw as to how things were. They will know that if this man said this thing, he's serious about it. That's who a serious minded president is. You don't say things, then you go back on your word. You don't say things and it is not respected. You talk about the liberalization policy, and we cannot see anything, and you cannot issue a statement. You are the president. When you say something and emphasize on it, these people need to do it. They need to do it. Once you're saying it in the interest of our country, they need to do it. So this whole policy is just another lie again. Look at our economy. Who are the people that are controlling the economy?
And I will say this to you, Samira. There are a few things that are very shitty that our people do not even know, and I think we have to say to them. Most of these people don't really have money. Most of these so-called rice importers, petroleum importers, they do not have money. So what they've been doing, they come to the country very broke, very, very broke. They package themselves very well. Uh, they do what we call packaging or branding.
Yeah.
They brand themselves. They come and rent expensive apartments. They bring in some decent SUVs. They form partnership. They come to the country. They have conversation. Oh, we are going there with package. So the package, they go to our banks. There's no regulation that, okay, let us give loans to Liberians to run certain businesses. So because we don't have liberalization policy infatuated, we have a very open system. Anybody can walk in and do anything. So the foreigners go to the country. They go to the banks and borrow money. Most of those so-called foreigners who are doing business in Liberia, they are indebted to banks. They
Oh
collect
yeah.
the money, they use their money, they go to the Ministry of Commerce, They get IPDs to do importation of rice, whether it is rice, it is onion. They get an IPD from the Commerce Ministry. They get their license from the Commerce Ministry. And once you have those licenses, Samara, you go and negotiate with companies that are manufacturing, that are producing rice production companies around. You can go to Taiwan, you can go to China, you can go anywhere that is producing rice. Show your license to them. It shows that you have credibility back in Liberia. So they will give you thousands of bags. You load on a container. Some of them, the container goes to the country Liberia. They sell the rice and pay the money back to the companies that are supplying the rice. That's what they do. They have commission. Imagine if the Ministry of Commerce can give the IPDs to Liberians to run those businesses. Take, for example, do you know what it means if Samara Wonla is giving an IPD that, okay, Samara is a Liberian, she is the one that is going to bring onion. And Samara get, for example, 100 persons and say, okay, they continue now coming, we'll get suppliers. Or we said we're going to do it 30 persons, 2 persons to a county responsible to do supplies. That's 30 persons you're empowering. And those 30 persons do the breakdown. Each of them having 10 different persons to do business with. Do you know what we're talking about today? So this entire thing, the government is responsible, and this is where Amara gonna come in. He said he's going to go from market woman to market woman, paper router to paper router, Yanam boy to Yanam boy. The taxi driver, the Kobo people in the market, everybody, and talk to them. He said he's going to tell them that let's get something called the People's Bill. He want to solicit the support of the people. And Samara, this is troubling. It was even the so-called petroleum importers. Do you know what they do? There's something called the petroleum license.
Mhm.
Samara, as you on the radio right now, Samara, if any Liberian president tell her that petroleum license they give it to you, Samara, on voice,
Mhm.
you'll be to that radio station right now. The latest SUVs,
Oh
they're going to
yeah.
bring it. Yeah, they're going to bring it for you. They're going to give you offer because first of all the people that okay to corner bringing gas in the country, all of them bringing gas. I'm not saying they should not do their business, but what I'm saying here, the petroleum license, the IPD for rice and all of that, when it is given to you, you can go out of the country. Petroleum companies will supply you petroleum products. You come and sell.
Mhm.
That's how they do it. So the government of Liberia should be able to give Liberians the authority. There are a lot of Liberians who are passionate about business.
And they are
You don't have
qualified.
to go to foreigners.
Mhm.
You have to create a system. And I will say this: I saw this in Ghana. Most of the Samara, let me say this to you. I was shocked. You
Mm.
walk to you walk. Look at, for example, for some of us who like good things, when you want to use a very good furniture, my house in Liberia, Samara, I had to go to JMAT. When I went to JMAT, I got to know that JMAT is not owned by Liberians.
No.
Everything in my house, I got it from JMAT, and aside from my dining set that I got from Oka Deco in Singa, opposite Lovin. So what difference do people doing? So for example, because you make the market vulnerable, so automatically, although those of us who like good things, obviously, you don't give Liberian the chance. So Oka Deco is taking customer from the local capitals on the Somalia Drive or Japan Freeway. Or JMAT furniture also taking certain furniture. If you go to
And
Ghana,
it's not that these people they do a better work, or it's
no,
because the opportunity is just being given to them. Because some of the things that people sell, even you go to your capital shop, that is even stronger than some of the things that they sell.
yeah,
But it's the Liberians. When you prioritize your own people, you know that in Ghana or other countries, right? I know about Ghana. When you go to that country, right? For you to even change money on the road, that's what people will come and
oh,
start doing money changing business. The people can even change money with you if you go there.
yeah,
If you want to be a money changer, if you go there as another, national, and you want to start a business, money changing business, you will sit that on that road. They will see their friend Ghanaian, they will go there and go change money there. That's how they prioritize their own. But like Birmingham said, you sit on there because it's because the opportunity is not being given to door. Because we
that's
do not
correct.
love ourselves in this country. We do not love ourselves in this country.
You're right.
And be real. If we start to prioritize, I know somebody will say, "Oh, Liberian men say they will not want to buy from their own." But if we start to prioritize Liberians in this country, and the thing is, if you're buying from a Liberian, if you're promoting a Liberian, if you're patronizing a Liberian, that person money is living right here. They didn't give that money anywhere. They didn't get in the country to carry in. But the other people, these other nationals, for an example, if I go to one of the African countries or maybe Canada or whatever or Ben to do
Yeah.
hustle there, at the end of the day, if I'm hustling and getting money, you think where I'm going to build? It's in my country, of course. My country is where I'm going to carry all of it's where I will be sending all of the money. It's where I will be developing. So these are things that develop the country. When we say development, it doesn't have to be only the government, even the citizens can carry on a lot of development if the chance has been given to them.
Yeah.
Some of the skyscrapers you're seeing other countries, business people inside here from India, from Lebanon, from other countries. They are the ones building these skyscrapers, I mean in their country, building five-star hotels in their country. If you go other places and come in, you think that you now want to build your five-star hotel in your own country, Liberia?
And in fact, Samira, one of the advantages I see dealing with Liberian owned business, because in terms of when your material depreciate and you're dealing with a Liberian firm, they have the technical know-how, the expertise and the equipment, they can recondition it. I will tell you this example. You go to Bannersville side or the Japan freeway, you buy your sofa set and take it home. If the cushion in it try to shrink in, you can get back to them. They will come and redo it. If you buy your furniture from JMAT and that furniture depreciate, especially these chairs that you can swing, turn to bed, and then put it back to chair to the sitting mode. When those chairs spoil, Samara, to even get them to come and recondition, sometimes it's difficult. It's not even guaranteed. It's not even strong like the wood our people are using. Take for example the bed. Our local carpenters see those beautiful bed they carve. You go to the furniture stores that are charging thousands of dollars. You lie down on their bed. If you're somebody who rough something away on the bed, that thing was cut out
After 6 months, you start hearing everything shaking.
yeah.
All of the cuckoo, the big wardrobe that you buy for yourself, everything will start spoiling.
Yeah.
Everything. I don't tell you.
So imagine if our Liberians are owners of those big furniture stores. It will be better because we'll buy from them, especially people who want to get good things. Will buy from them. They will have the machines. They will have the equipment. The banks will give them money to do their business. They will take monies as loan, improve their businesses, and that will be better for the country. Samara, I'll be honest with you. My first time in Ghana, when I went there, I visited the furniture stores and things. I thought it was owned by foreigners. But
Oh,
people
okay.
come, they are speaking tree. Oh, Massa, this one is going for 2,000 cities. This one's going for 5,000 cities. This one's going for 20,000 cities. They are Ghanaians communicating with you. And guess what? Even if you are an Oyibo person, let's
Mm,
say you foreigners, someone women as America,
mm.
you will have to employ Ghanaians as managers. Yes. They got one mattress factory they call Ash Farm, the Ashati Farm in Accra.
Mm.
They are one of the biggest showroom for mattresses and other cushion materials. The manager for that place, that Ghanaian, the white woman that was in the corner, that her
That's how
business
the
now.
system is set.
But
Because
yeah,
they want to enable other Ghanaians, right? They want the economy to boom, right? So if even you own a shop or you own a business, you're supposed to employ Ghanaian there.
you're
It's
right.
a matter of must that you do so. But let us be able to go to the lines, Ben. Let us take few calls on these things that we have talked about. You have been listening. It's time that you be able to make your input on these numbers. Those of you in the counters, you contact us on 0773 419502, 0773 419502, 0555 184711, 0555 184711. Lone Star Orange subscribers in the counters, these are the numbers to get us on. For those of you here of Monrovia, 0773 978 564, 0773 978 564, 0773 978 564, 0880 907 907 0880 907. Play the cash giveaway this morning. We're giving out 5,000, 10,000. Star 799 star 8 hatch. Use 50. It's only 50 Liberian dollars you're using to be able to win yourself some money. Let's talk to this person. Good morning. Morning. Yeah, I'm not getting you. You're coming in bad. Oh, this is okay. So do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give alternative line, right? 0779 003835 That's the alternative line. 0779 003835. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, myself. How you doing, man?
Morning. Let's hear you.
My name is Louis Merchant, and I'm trying to conversation for Keke.
Okay.
And I love that conversation because I've been traveling here and there, and you know what the liberalization policy was meant for? That policy was meant to create jobs for Liberians, to empower Liberians economically. But on the contrary, those are being power from the time up to present. That policy has been abandoned. Even those in the legislature, they are the policy makers. We expect them to revisit that policy and make sure that it creates jobs for Liberians. You carry souls. Lebanese are in the managerial positions. Even the private sections that are in Liberia currently, even my work give it here, it's very good. Give you don't manage you got cook. See, Indonesian cook, they make thousands of dollars. Alabama can be cook. Even the heavy duty drivers, got Indonesians who are heavy duty drivers, they make 1,005. The Alabama make less than that. You have Lebanese, Chinese into managerial positions that Liberians are qualified to occupy. Every year, university put out thousands of graduates. But on the contrary, those constitutions cannot exalt them because you have a policy that was not met for senators and representatives. I'm encouraging the rest of the government to show that they can revisit that policy and create jobs for Liberian people and give jobs to those that are qualified for aid, not to give jobs to Lebanese. That policy was not meant to empower Lebanese, Chinese, and other people around here. So it's meant to empower Liberians. That's my contribution this morning. I made a topic. I pray you continue the conversation peacefully.
Okay, thank you for participating. Like we've said, we're trying to get our other system on, but the alternative line is 0779 003835 0779 003835. Good morning. Morning.
Samira.
My man, you paying attention?
Yeah, good morning, Samira.
Morning. Oh, Bon Counter, let's hear you.
You know, everything I'm going to say over there on his post is just nothing of the truth. But there are many Liberians, you know, they political things that people would not benefit. The ordinary Liberian who that Morocco are talking that interest. Now, if some of them will say, because America they want the power in the country, so that the thing will talk. But that is not true. The people say these are the things that they campaign for.
Okay.
To take over their own economy, but then they are giving it to foreigners. So that was
Okay.
go to the jungle water area in Ghana. So they only restaurant that they may get there because they not trust their own Liberian. They don't want the Liberian people to benefit.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Thank you for participating. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Neiman, where do you join us from?
This is Prince Wilson calling from Broad Street.
Okay, let's hear you.
Thank you for the topic under discussion, especially about this our Liberia team. You know, to be frank, I'm a security personnel. Again, because most of the conversation you can see on we that doing this security, especially private security. Most of the private security again, they are owned by foreigners that never respect us. Yes. You know, I will let you people to to be discussing more on the private security issue. The private security issue, somehow we are deeply involved. We have nothing else to do. All our life is this private security, but we are treated, maltreated in everything. For example, when you go to Brother, the private security that there, you will just say that Brother, but it is operated by a foreigner from Congo. Yes, you check other security entities. For example, the security entity at UBA and I know Bloom Bank, they are owned by Nigerians. You know, I won't talk about this Mandingo because I just say that Mandingo, they are all Liberians. You know, all those things. Actually, Samaria, we are not treated good. We are not paid on time. The salary is low. You are intimidated. All those things. You see, so some other things then, I really like the discussion, but as a private security man, I'll beg you and the CEO, just to get something a special program concerning private security.
Okay, thank you, my brother. We've heard you. Good morning.
Samira, good morning.
This is Buamaha Power Level Power Delegation. Williams.
That's the name. Buamaha Level Power Delegation. And I joined you from District 13 this morning.
Let's hear you.
Samira, this topic that you just, put on the floor this morning for us to discuss. I hope, Samira, you will give us the time that we will be able to talk in the other 1 year. I'll play that wrong way for us to talk in the 1 year too. Because that's something that really embarrassing us as a country, and we manage politics. Sometimes we don't talk on those things. Samira, so I'm begging you, please give all the time this morning so we can express ourselves. Samira, if you do your survey now, majority of the people that rally Keke in Monrovia, they are Nigerian, they are Sierra Leonean, they are Fulani. Do your survey and see. Majority of the people that rally Keke, either Fulani, Nigerian, or Sierra Leonean. Samira, if you survey now, almost all of the people that got shot or are only shot in our various communities, they are all Fulani people or Nigerian people,
exactly,
or Ghanaian. If you do your survey now, majority of the people that only stole in Liberia here or that install in Liberia here, that Fulani men, that Lebanese men, that Indian men, or maybe small Chinese people or Nigerian. If you see now people that only auto parts, spare parts, in Liberia here, majority they are Nigerian, they are Ghanaian. If you see people that only garage in Liberia here, majority they are Guinean. So, Samira, for me, I'm a carpenter. I'm no furniture. But you know what happens, Samira? The Liberia men will go in the store and buy the door for the Indian man or the Lebanese man in the store. Liberia men will not look at the Indian man to say, oh, give me some of the way my door. But if Liberia men can't buy door for me, they will expect me to fix that door and also go and do the installation of that door, and which is wrong. If you want me to hang the door, we'll talk on it at different price. Samira, the Liberia men will go buy the cartoon, the sawdust from the Lebanese people, from Shasho roof, from Husete. When they carry, when roof, as soon as what that's the key. They are some chairs. 1 week, 2 weeks, they will never go back to Husete to say, oh, the furniture are bad for you, and then you make one more, they shake it, or the other school that move. But if you work for Liberia men, you the Liberia men, we the starting when we do our own Liberia job. When they carry the bed, when part of that bed is shaking, they will call you. Oh, you have to go back. They pay you, they are bad for you, and then you go one more, they pay floor shaking, or the mirror are bad for you, the mirror boss. They will demand you to go and change that mirror. So, I think it is time now for us to for us to take initiative of our own economy or else, even political people now, my judges is practicing political country, they are people.
That's true.
They are people. So I think our government will stay
to take back our businesses. The Keke Rally, the furniture aspect, the garages, the security. I just want to talk about security too. And other businesses in Iraq. And security also, they do a kill also.
Okay.
It will kill us in Iraq. It will not.
Okay.
People were bad land. Like brought no own land at the front view. Like brought no front view.
And sell it.
Or sell it to the foreigner, they will go to the back.
Yeah.
We then start to probably manage our own property that we lease. I think it is wrong.
Okay.
To us here, we're on the cabinet test and let me just end up. I'm gonna see your brother who are there. And he lead the land to a Bangladesh guy. The Bangladesh guy sold the land to or Guinea. This is what happened. And now for us that are there, they push all at the back. This is what happening right there. So I think this is very, very everybody getting back for all in the country.
Thank you, Poema. This person, you wanna lower your monitor?
Thank you. Good morning, Samara.
Good morning. Name and where do you join us from, please?
My name is Festus Flomo. I'm calling from Central Monrovia this morning.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much for your program this morning. It's a very good initiative. It's a very good discussions. It is necessary. But when it comes to some of the discussions, I want us to balance it. It is good for us to take over our economy, our own economy. That's a very beautiful one.
Okay.
But again, as a citizen, as a people, how responsible we are. Now in Liberia, even most of us. For example, I'm a working man. I'm not a medical personnel, but I have a few drugstores around here because I know that that's a business I'm making. It will be able to bring something. The little I'm doing, it will be added to bring something. So, see the common laboratory down there. I them now to have even to open a tea shop. Give them 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000 say open a tea shop. Or open as well. They will say, why should I make kind of business? I'm a high school graduate. I did this, I did that. Why should I sell tea? Then we go to the bank sometime. We take loan. To pay back that loan become a problem. To pay back that loan become a problem. Sometimes someone will end up running away. So tell me, when it comes to our brother in studio, like he just said he bought a furniture from JMA. Okay, that's a beautiful one. He's a Liberian. And we also have other Liberians here that produce furniture. Why this brother cannot go to the Liberian brother and picture that up their business and buy furniture from them? Because if he start leading that, setting an example to those things, it's a very beautiful one. Go and buy a Liberian brother furniture. You know what I'm saying? But you want to change back? You want the other place single to go and buy furniture, to go and buy dining room table. So a Liberian, are not able to produce a dining room table. So it becomes something different. Thank you this morning.
Thank you for participating, my brother. Let us be able to talk to more persons here this morning on 0773-419-502, 0555-184711, 0773-978-564, 0880-907-907. These are the numbers to participate this morning. We're saying that Liberians, the government, there are opportunities that should be given to Liberians. The people in Ghana, the people in Nigeria, it's not like they just wake up one morning and say, we just will be giving the people of Ghana money to be doing business and blah, blah, blah. But it is about time that we change that mindset that Liberians are not serious, that Liberians do not want to do this. I think that's an old mentality, right? Why people will say, oh, the Liberian people, they are not ready. Do you know how many Liberian boys you see on motorbikes nowadays? People who even get degree. I have seen more than 6-7 persons who are degree, but yet and still they are riding motorbike to survive. So that perception, I think it is way beyond a horse perception. We need to change that perception. Okay. Good morning. Morning. Okay, that person left the line. Let's talk to this person. Good morning. Okay, let's see if we'll get you on. Morning. Morning. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not getting you. Morning. Okay, let me get it from this and just hold on a bit. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira. I'm alive.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hello.
You're live. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Samira. Thank you so much for the job well done. Samira, let me say this to you. I think the talking point, it's a good talking point. And you said it. Oh, no. Samira, this is what we say. Mr. Bakashe came to the country to rescue the people in the hand of the kingdom. But today we see that they are wanting and dying with the same people that they say they can't rescue the Liberian people. Look again, imagine the morning there will be a crash cutter. Can you imagine the morning they do generator, doing the maintaining work in the office, cleaning office? Can you imagine? In the face of Mr. Baka and a couple of crap, okay? This thing is starting Liberia. No job. Can you imagine Liberia are hungry? Only the waffle army of Baka, which is rescue Liberian people. No job. The foreigner are taking and the foreigner are taking our job in the country. They were doing the driving. Okay? How many Liberians is driving for metal steel? How many Liberians is driving for DM market? The West Coast, how many Liberians see?
That when somebody will say Liberian people are not drive to or Liberian people not serious.
Exactly. So, you know how many people? I'm not telling you, I'm a driver. I have a job. Okay? I'm a driver. I don't get no job. Okay? I sit down every day and there. But what putting in the country? What is going on? The country too rich for the people to be too poor in the world of Samuel Johnson. What is going on in our country? Everybody will not let will pretend and will let the people not let the people. Thank you, man,
Okay, thank you. Somebody will say Liberian people, they are not serious. That's the reason why that kind of mentality. Do you know how many Liberians who have in this country who are very serious nowadays?
A lot of them.
Do you know how many? You know, you people still have that way back mindset. Do you think that everybody in Ghana are serious minded people there, or everybody in Nigeria or other African countries they are serious? But you have the serious ones among them, and these are the people you should be able to use. It's as simple as that. This person, all of the lines are bimping. We will take all of your calls here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Anthony Tamba. I'm calling from Trefan community. I'm a carpenter.
Okay.
Well, I'm just coming from Ghana for a tour concerning the secondary book production adding value spending by the government and African government. We are many, we're 24. The major problem is the Ghanaian government, why they took people from China, as I tell you, they made 1 week here. They took Ghanaian, they put them in Ghana, they bring the material, the also machine that's going to design furniture. They take Ghanaians, they bring them, they told the Chinese that these people, you must free them for the good finishing of furniture in the country. Ghanaians are exporting furniture. Yeah, I'm telling you, I just came 1 week ago.
That's true. I'm a witness to that.
Government always promise, I will do this for the Liberian people. Can you imagine, say my Ellington, the Wu village, they promise to bail. For 9 million US, pay the Wu village, put a machine, do everything that send Liberians abroad to go learn and come back. That people proposal lying that to the minister, central bank office is there for 9 million. So I'm just telling you that the policy of liberalization is not well treated because ourselves, we don't love ourselves. Among themselves, let love be there first. Because of politics, some people taking your friend and just like that, I don't know how to qualify them. So if the government promise, can you imagine just we are the 100,000 armchairs? I went to some office. 1 armchair was not given to capitals. 1. I'm telling you, I tell you the letter. The letter was sent by the Business Association, which is a influencer. I took the letter Tuesday. I'm taking it as evidence. For that one, they told Lebanese, the great control Lebanese with the higher Liberians. They think they can help. First of all, the people can leave our furniture, they go back to Lebanese. And the furniture spot, they call for us to go repair it. What in the sense in me? So my sister, this thing, continue talking and let it be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you for participating. Let's be able to take another person this morning. Okay, let us be able to take another person. Let me tell you, if the government wants to, they can do it. They can make it happen. They can make, Liberians to be out there. You hear what this man just said, that he went to
Exactly.
Ghana. At the end of the day, there were people brought to teach Ghanaians, and now Ghanaians, they are exporting call the thing furnitures and all of that.
Furnitures.
Did you hear it? You heard
Yeah,
it?
I heard that.
Who told you that it is everybody in Ghana that good? Ben.
Uh,
Everybody in
I
Ghana
heard
are
that.
good. But they have them there. Ben, we still have that old mentality that Liberians don't want to do anything. Liberians, that's a lie.
Of
That's a
course.
blatant lie. You have serious minded Liberians who go to school, who they are in school currently acquiring a bachelor degree, and they even want to do business. You know how many people riding motorbikes? You know how many people chinching money they get a degree? Then you say they kind of country that holidays. Then you say Liberian. That's not true.
I
All
think
countries,
Samara, like what our brother
but
from
let's
Central Monrovia, I think what he didn't get clear was these furniture stores that are in Monrovia, like J Mart and us.
yes, we
Okay.
will do that. Let's be able to take more persons here. Morning.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, morning, Samira.
Oh,
You know, Samira, the DJ then when they play music, they can say when the music is good, they will play it twice. So when the purpose too is interesting, sometimes we will call 2 times. So just give me like 15 seconds.
let's do it quickly. There are other people on the lines.
Or Samira, you know, our government official, like for me, I'm a carpenter, I got my cabinet to village. Our government official, whenever they come to our cabinet to buy Samira, they want to buy the furniture cheap. One of our government officials from LBS, he came to buy double bed. How about he say he want to pay for double bed? 100 Liberian or 100 United Dollar for double bed. And they forget to know that in Liberia we produce good wood.
Yes.
When it comes to our furniture, durable, which is the wood quality, is not a cartoon or the $100 they can go buy for home there.
No.
So whenever they come on our furniture with Samira, they want to pay cheap money for our furniture. They don't want to pay nice us, but when they go to a various store and furniture area, they will pay good money there. But when they come to us into my village, our furniture fee, then they want to banjo the furniture to them. So how will we get money to be able to build good furniture? You see that? How will we get the money? These are the things that killing us in next time. Our government officials said they're killing us too.
Okay. Thank you. Let's talk to more persons. We have many people who want to participate. It's okay that we'll be able to take a few more calls and then we move ahead. Ben, I think that is fair enough.
Yes, fair enough. Fair. That's fair.
Yes, fair enough. You know, every time, at times we do the hard politics, but all of what we're doing, Ben, we're doing it in the interest of the Liberian people. And there are a lot of Liberians who are suffering. Ben, I can assure you that mentality that people have been having, that Liberian people not serious, Liberian people like this. So for that reason, when you go to the bank, we will not give them the money and blah blah blah. So nowadays, even banks don't want to give Liberians money because they are still thinking, or they are still basing things on old mentalities. I have seen Liberians who are willing. I have seen them in other African countries. You have people who are serious too. But what the people is they can prioritize their people. That is what they do. Do you think they get on serious Lebanese people or on serious Indian people too?
Everywhere there are people who are unserious, but their
Morning.
citizens are prioritized.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Vani calling.
Yes, let's hear you quickly. Calling us from where?
Yeah, I'm calling out to Bantam.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm calling out to Bantam. You know what? I'm calling or going around to do. When you was there, what did you do? You can be going on somewhere, a politician, you can tell your me all week. Really?
What you gotta say about this liberalization policy? Excuse me. I think Papi, I don't know as if you know, I should call you Papi or I should call you, but I think that's different thing you're talking. Yeah. Americans said this thing. We ourselves, we have something to say about it. What do you have to say about it? That's what Americans said. So this is not about what Americans did for his people in Babalu County. It's about Liberians. Morning. You say? Okay.
It is true.
We have no just take one another. In the question when you are sharing the community and you have a great business is good, and a man or full of Maduro man within that area. That government will prepare going to the Maduro, the full man will take station area. That means don't get me wrong with the Maduro, not all Maduro in Liberia as a Liberian. You getting me? But we not like our own thing. And that's what Burma will not say. We go to the girl, the people show will buy better 500, 600. But when we go to the lower capital town, when the really corporate, we say no. So that is the kind of country we get. On the other contrary to, we some of our natural share, but even because when some of the folk, when you drop bank, they say no. At the end of the day, when they can't pay, they will run away when insurance, they'll drop both markets. So who could be trust? That's not a thing.
Okay, thank you. Morning. Morning. Nima, where do you join us from?
My papa for football.
Okay, Freeport. Let's hear you.
Yeah. I will back on that broad thing. If you brought me, if you come back for me, I will not back you. If government official and when you going back government, they grab the men and grab them. So any money they want put there, they put it there. But if you have myself, you coming back for me, I will not agree to grab it. So that I made it get back for that front post. Thank you very much.
La Brembo can call it, bruh.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That one you're saying, maybe he has his own personal experience with that. But thank you, though. Thank you for participating. There are a lot of calls coming in, so let us roll the call up. The calls up to 8:45. So we have 37, 38, 39, 40. We have about 8 more minutes. We might take calls for 8 more minutes or less than 8 more minutes, so that Liberians be able to participate, and then we move on to our next issue. While we're taking the calls, the cash giveaways on my people this morning. Only 50 Liberian dollars you need to play. When you have 50 Liberian dollars on your Momo account, all you need to do is to dial star 799 star 8 hatch. You dial star 799 star 8 hatch, and then you use 50 Liberian dollars to play and stand a chance to win yourself 5,000, 10,000 Liberian dollars this morning. 50 LRD. This morning, it is 50 LRD. Play with it and be able to win yourself some money here on Voice of Liberia. Good morning, Liberia. We announced the numbers for the last time, so that those of you who did not get it correctly, you can be able to get it. So let us get 10 persons to play 50, 50, 50, 50. I urge you to play more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and we'll be able to give out the first 5,000. Okay. So we get 10 persons to play two times, 50, 50, 50, 50, and then we will be able to give out the first 5,000. Star 799 star 8 hatch. The code star 799 star 8 hatch. Use 50 Liberian dollars, play, and be able to win yourself some money here this morning. The first 10 persons play, we give out the first 5,000. Before the show ends, we get more persons to play. We'll be able to move forward. While you're listening, while you're getting information, it's better you be able to get money on top of it. Okay, you get the information and you get the money. So it's double for you this morning. Those of you who did not get the contacts correctly, 0773 419 50502. 0773 419 502 0555 184711 0773 978 564 0880 907 907. These are the numbers to participate this morning. You just tuning in. This is Voice of Liberia. Good morning, Liberia. My name is Samira Wanla, and of course, I'm here with Ben Belief Tukpa this morning. We're keeping your company, giving you information up to our closing time. This person, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Morning. Anyway, where do you join us from?
I'm Kingston Wood, calling from 3.72.
Let's hear you. What do you have to contribute? Okay, that person left the line. Probably credit finish or something. But we hope to get you back on the line this morning. So Ben, yeah, that is it. These are things that we're talking about. We need to erase that mentality. We need to prioritize ourselves. If we're seeing, if we're seeing the example from up there, then we'll be able to say yes. If the government will be prioritizing Liberians, look at the liberalization policy and be able to put its feet down. Do you think that all Liberians would have followed the process? Of course they would. That's the reason why you see when Liberians go to Ghana, they be like, oh, the Ghanaians, they are selfish. No, everybody's trying to build that country. What do you mean by this person is selfish? We Liberians were really good kind of people. Very, very much good set of people. Other countries, things that happen here, it can't even happen there. Liberians prefer buying from Jalo than buying from other Liberians. You can see it on the other side. And that is not being selfish. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Let's hear you. You are our last caller for this segment.
Yeah, I'm Eric Tutuka recording from Roosevelt, Western Community.
Let's hear you quickly. Okay, that person left the line. Ben, we have to move on. We get back, we move into our next conversation. But before going, we should be able to take this break this morning. Ben, what is your favorite song?
Well, my favorite song is Freedom Fighter. It's a Liberian song.
I thought it was the one that we usually start the show with, though.
It's Freedom Fighter.
Okay.
You know the song I'm talking about, right?
I do not know it.
It's not. When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators.
I hope they get anything to do with yourself.
No comment in this. Yeah.
So who they talk going to now when they say they were coming?
The people who said they came to those who get promised to rescue people, let me get clear, but no rescue being inside now. It's a nice song. I did a screen recording of the song. I will send it to you so you just listen to it a little bit. It's a very good song. You're gonna like it.
Okay. I see. Maybe the next time, let's see how it goes. It's great to know that your favorite song is a Liberian song though.
Yeah.
And meaning that we're pushing this thing here, right?
Exactly.
We're pushing this thing. So let us be able to take a break here. I'm trying to see if what Ben talked about Liberian song, whether we take a listen with the break. My own song is that song Money Palava.
Okay.
Yeah. Money, yeah.
Okay, so the song is called Freedom Fighter. It's done by Cesar Gator. CAESAR.
This is the song, man.
That's it. That's my favorite song.
So we're going to take a break with this song, and we'll be right back here on this broadcast. Bringing you all of the best that we have to offer. Take a listen to this good piece.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighter. When they were coming, they said they were liberator. But when they came here, they changed their mind. When they came here, they changed their mind. What kind of people they do? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they do? They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you killing our children. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you destroy our country. They are freedom fighters. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came here, they changed their mind. When they came here, they changed their mind. What kind of people they do? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they do? They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, fighter, you killing our children. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you defend our country. They are freedom fighters. Ayo, 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 ayo.
And of course, this is a very, very much nice piece. Yeah, I think I like the music too. I like the song too. At times, it's better that you ask people for their favorite song. This is really nice. It teaches, a lot of lesson. You listen to music which has a lesson in it, right? And this one is really, really nice, right? Those of you just tuning in, this is Voice of Liberia 104.1. And you're listening to Good Morning Liberia. My name is Samira One Life. Of course, I'm here with Ben Billy Tokpa. And guess what? We just played his favorite song. Yeah, but this is a great one. This man is called the Bassa King single. You see the rhythm to the song and everything. It's a nice piece. How it became your favorite song, Ben?
Okay, so that song, it became my favorite song when I listened to the promises that have been made over the years about freedom. Normally, people come during electioneering period. They make a lot of promises to the Liberian people. And matter of fact, we are all Liberians, regardless of our political persuasions, but we are all Liberians. So when promises are made during election periods and people get elected and fail to deliver on those things that they're expected to deliver on, it becomes a problem. And look at the current day, the present day realities. Freedom fighter, you raping our children. How can you say you kind of rescue? You're sleeping with people, young boys, children. How can you say you came to rescue when the government official, the deputy minister at the Ministry of Youth and Sport, was involved in rape? There's no justice, no protection for the perpetrator. Freedom fighter, all the promises you made, freedom fighter, you say our business people will own the economy, liberalization policy will be here. Today, let our business people, they're crying. Business not doing fine in the country. So this is the inspiration of the song. And this song is, the thing about this song is, even when you are in government, this song applies because imagine Samira is, let's for example, Samira is a general minister or a deputy minister and assistant minister of general ministry. She's driving, going to work. And Samara listen to this song, Freedom Fighter. So you get reminded, if you're somebody who have conscience, when you listen to this song, you get reminded, okay, we promise our people. So let us try to deliver. So this song play for both the government that are in power and also play for those in opposition that want to take power. When you're in government, you're supposed to remember what the promise that you made to the people. When you're in opposition, get reminded that the opposition we want to take power. When we take power, let's try to solve the problem of our people. So
Fair
this
enough.
is the inspiration this song comes from. And Samira, I like this song so much. It is
I
my
saw you
favorite
dancing. I
song.
saw you
Yeah.
dancing. I saw you
Okay.
dancing.
And I want to
That's
thank you for actually playing that.
Yeah, I love these kind of songs too. Especially, one of my favorite songs is the one that is called Money Palava. Money, money,
Okay.
money, yeah, yeah, money palava.
Money palava.
A lot of palava will come about because of money, right?
Of
Your
course,
best
of
friend
course.
say your enemy, I like this kind of song because it teaches a lot of lesson,
Of
right? No,
course, it
yeah, we have
does.
the real tun nowadays, but the money
Yeah.
palava is my favorite song. And this one too is actually a nice piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You're
let
right.
us be able to go into our conversation. Just before that, the cash giveaway is on. We said we needed 10 persons to play two times. We have gotten 5. Let's get 5 more persons and then we move ahead. That's star
Okay.
799 star 8 hatch. Use 200 Liberian, not 200, but 50 Liberian dollars to play to be able to win yourself some money here this morning on the broadcast. Fellow Liberians, let us go into our next talking point. And this one has to do with the former finance minister Samuel D. Tue. He blasted the ruling party, claims that salary harmonization, sank the CDC into 2023 elections, calling it a pure political spin. So this is our next conversation that will take us up to around 9 something, and then when it is 9 o'clock, we move into our next conversation. That will take us up to 10 o'clock this morning. Okay, but I don't know, Ben, did you see the civil servants, the stuff that was posted, what it said the civil servant increased for 2024 to 2025 or something like that? It went from 60 some odd thousand from 60,000 to 63,000 plus. I don't know as to if you saw that report from the civil servants. Let me see as to if we get it onto side to get page. But what do you have to say about this thing that Samuel Tuer said concerning the ruling government?
Okay, so quickly as we're trying to get the Josiah Joker thing, we'll just go to Twe. So Samuel Twe had a radio appearance in recent times on one of the radio stations in the country. Here's what Twe said. Samuel Twe said that the Unity Party regime, claims that salary harmonization sank the CDC in the 2023 elections. But instead of the harmonization actually sinking the CDC in the 2023 elections that gave rise to the Unity Party regime, it was a total political spin of the reality. What are the facts? Some said that the policy he insisted that the policy it played no role in the defeat of the CDC. And here's the irony. The United Party that criticized harmonization during the campaign period, the slam harmonization, is the very same Unity Party that have done nothing to undo harmonization. They have done nothing to undo harmonization. So Tue threw all the question to them. Tue said, if harmonization was so bad as you all claimed during the campaign only to win power, why haven't you undone it? You're still using harmonization in your so-called rescue government. Now, Tue demanded. Tue went back, zooming further. He spotlighted that his own track record on the harmonization thing. Since July 2020, Tue indicated that he has been a top-notch technocrat and pushing for a better wage situation in the public service and the civil service. Before the harmonization, there were some ministers. Some ministers would pay their driver 1,500 US dollars because the driver closer to that minister, or the minister girlfriend, brother, or the minister wife, cousin, or so forth. So that driver would take $1,500 USD. For example, the Minister of Commerce. On the other hand, the Minister of Post and Telecommunication, he met that driver at the ministry. He didn't take the driver there, but the driver is driving him in his official vehicle, and that driver makes 200 US dollars. You see the disparity? One person making $1,500, the other person making 200. That's 1,300 disparity. Those were some of the things that harmonization. Harmonization said, no, you cannot be treating people unfair. These people are all drivers. So every driver across the board, if we say that $500, let all drivers across the board take $500. No driver better than the other driver. People having the same academic qualifications. Samira have a bachelor degree in public administration or mass comm. Ben Belief Tokpa have a degree in public administration or mass comm. But you pay Samira Wala 1,300, and you say, okay, you will give Ben $500, the same credential, rendering the same service. Samira is the communication director at Maritime. Ben is the communication director at Ministry of Transport, LPRC. But now you decide to give Samira Wala a whooping figure in the 10 digits, while Ben is below the marginal line. So these are things that happen. And some of that harmonization came and undo the unjust wages that were dished out there by the Unity Party regime. Now let's go further. Even the current LEC bus, the LEC bus indicated that the plans getting additional megawatts to support our electricity. And during the time of the rainy season, when the Mankovi Hydro is filling back power into the line from the CLSG program, that Samator talked about giving back energy, the excess energy that we are not utilizing at the moment, going back to feed the CLSG, they took it as fund. The current LEC bus indicated that. And when you go back to the time it was made, he said thanks to Finance Minister Samuel Twe for his for infatuating this and giving the support, and thanks to President Weah for the political will. So Samuel Twe have put up challenges out there to the Unity Party. First of all, Samara, the UP government, since they took over, they have failed to undo harmonization. They failed to undo harmonization. They have failed to increase civil servant salaries. They failed to do that. They failed to come up with any new economic policy to affect the citizens, the workforce. No. The last time the spokesperson, Daniel Yankona of the Ministry of Finance, he called on Julia Jeshua on OKFM, and he said that, yes, it's true that the Unity Party regime, they're holding teachers for 3 months. Faculties member at the University of Liberia haven't getting paid. The last time we had the soup propaganda chair on the show, Samara, he appeared here as guest. He spoke about the issues affecting the University of Liberia, the underfunding of the university. When we brought about Hassan Kiazulu reckless statement he made condemning UL faculty requests for more budgetary support for the functional university. Polling indicated that the statement from Hassan Kiazulu is anti to the progress of the university, that the university is in dire need of support for the welfare of students. He even went and said that it is just a free knowledge grant, just grab knowledge instead of learning. He talked about that education is not being provided. So Samuel Twe put out a challenge to them. And one thing Twe said the Unity Party regime understands fully that the CDC did better than they are doing now. And 3 years into their regime, they've done nothing sustainable, nothing convincing, nothing different, or nothing better to convince Liberians in terms of progress. So to a part of the challenge, to I said to them, the only reason why they're filibustering, that they're grandstanding, that they're doing everything they're doing, cracking down on former officials of the CDC government, especially on him, Samuel Twe, the former Minister of Finance, is because they want to use politics, want to solicit public opinion against him, because they know that having Samuel Twe being politically engaged in the country, speaking on national issues, will affect their chances in terms of spreading lies and negative propaganda against the CDC. But I want to say this, Amira, on this note, I want to come from an independent background, not as a CDC supporter. This is an open challenge. If the United Party regime undo harmonization, Liberians people are watching. But this thing about harmonization, this is not politics, this is fact. IMF advised and said to the WIA administration that the salary and wages they does not commensurate with the current economic terms. Samara, one maritime commissioner, for example, Bien Kessley, were making about 25,000 US dollars. Chief Justice, we saw not Chief Justice, but we saw Minister of Justice under the United Party regime of Barker and Elling at the time, making over $20,000. Ministers were making 10,000 US dollars a month in that country. No fair play. The boys were just swimming in taxpayers' money. So the IMF said, on meal drawdown, donor fatigue, and other issues, we've exhausted a lot of money on the United Party people for in their 2 terms from 2006 to 2017. So they're going to be constraints. We're asking the WIA government to harmonize the wages, or better still, lay people off. What did George Weah do? George Weah said that, okay, George Weah could have chosen the Boaka to say, okay, we'll dismiss all the people Unity Party brought to government, move their people, empower people there. But CDC did not do that. CDC followed the IMF recommendation to harmonize instead of laying people off. So CDC went into harmonization, and the harmonization, what did it do? It brought people way from the bottom to at least an appreciable level. There are people who in government were making below $100. People were making $50 to $5. The harmonization ensured that there's no civil servants making less than 150 US dollars. No civil servants under President Weah. That was done. And today, the so-called rescuers are there. They made harmonization to look like it was something bad that happened. They made it look that the government was taking people's salary. For example, somebody making 1,000. How will you 2 people get equal qualification? You get one person maybe 1,000 for 2,000, and the other man taking 300 to go home. Oh, the other man not get family too, like Royal Copa to a horse. So harmonization came for fair play. And that was the essence of harmonization. It helped a lot of people. It brought people from the bottom to an appreciable level. And today, the United Party people, they cannot undo harmonization. They are still driving in the shadows of George Weah. Where in the country now have we seen a new development roadmap? There's nothing new. They're still dedicating projects initiated or projects completed by the Weah administration are the ones they dedicated. Projects that were in progress until they took over are the ones they're continuing. They haven't brought in anything new. Had they campaigned and say, okay, we're campaigning for a continuity of the Weah's regime, that's the debate. Sell that to the people and say, okay, Joseph Baga won't be president to continue Weah projects and see how that will sell. But I don't think any South Mandela Librarian would vote for somebody to go and continue somebody's projects. People voted for the rescue regime because they felt that says, okay, Joseph Baga said, Joe, we are not rescue. So Joseph Baga can rescue, like get in the country and see he can rescue. So nothing significantly has changed in the country. Our people are still living in abject poverty. And what Twesta is clear. Today's not only to America has supported this with a wonderful peace rating about Liberians not being owners of the Liberian business sector and Liberian assistance policy not being infatuated. So clearly, Samira, 12 indications, 12 challenge the Unity Party regime and say, until you can undo harmonization, until you can increase the wages of civil servants at an appreciable level, you have nothing against us. All you're doing is mere propaganda. You bring your kangaroo court cases that have no clue. And at the end of the day, George Weah will defeat you all. So that was the official position of Samuel Detour, the former Minister of Finance under the CDC government, challenging UP on harmonization that they cannot undo it.
Okay, thank you, Ben. To know Samuel twice, to know that he's a tough talker and he understands what he do and all of that. And thank you for that deliberation. That's a great one. The thing about the harmonization is something that we all have been talking about. We saw the past 12 years how things were when it comes to Liberians. And also, some Liberians, they had a lot of money. They were being paid. And there were people who weren't working. And George Weah came and said, when we're doing this, let us be able to cut down salaries and be able to, put people on jobs. Since there are other Liberians who want a job, let us put them on job and be able to share the salary. And in all fairness, I think that is fair enough. One person can be making about 10,000 USD. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, there are other people who can do the job, who they are able to work in a particular sector, and you pay one person that amount of money. It's better we bring these people on board so that everybody be able to get money in their pockets. On one end, everybody be able to go ahead. But Ben, there is this issue about the civil servants, the civil service agency. I don't know as to if you have followed on it, but it's okay that we'll be able to have our say on this thing.
Okay.
Right? Now, Josiah Joker, who is the civil service agent boss, he made a post about paying civil servants, bi-weekly, right? Wherein they will receive their salaries twice a month. So he said a few things, and he said that paying government workers bi-weekly is not about politics or fancy policy language. He said that it is about real people trying to survive from payday to next day. Right now, civil servants receive their salaries once a month, and within a few days, the money is gone. Not because they are careless, but because life is expensive and responsibilities do not wait. And he said, when payday comes once a month, workers struggle through long weeks with no cash, transportation, food, phone credit, school needs, and emergencies still covered. Bi-weekly pay helps spread income more evenly, so people are not forced to borrow, beg, or go into debt just to make it work. Many government employees rely on salary advances or informal loans just to survive until payday. These options often come with stress, shame, and extra costs. Getting paid bi-weekly reduces the need for stopgap solutions and allows workers to use their money within when they actually need it. Okay, when they actually need it. And he said that um, this change does not mean the government is ignoring the need for better salaries. Even everyone knows wages need to improve, but salaries increases take time. Bi-weekly pay is something that can help now. It does not increase the wage bill, but it simply changes how salaries are paid. At the end of the day, this is about dignity. Government workers should not have to struggle just to survive until payday. Paying employees bi-weekly is a practical step that recognizes the reality of daily life in Liberia. So this is the whole thing, right? The whole thing here that um, is that the civil service agency, they are saying that um, civil servants will be receiving their salary twice a month, right? The way in which in other countries in the West, people take pay per hour, and at the end of the day, they will pay them and then pay them. You hear somebody saying my payday is the 16th. You hear someone saying and my next payday is the 30th or whatever. That is what Josiah Joker is saying. Due to if you summarize the whole thing, is based on hardship. Ben, it's based on
That's
hardship.
correct.
So there are people who, when you pay them, as much as some of the salaries, they are nothing because even up to now, we haven't heard anything about the nurse's salary being increased. So when you pay them, the money can't even leave with them till the next one reaches to the center. There are some people when you pay them, they finish crediting before you pay their money. So in short, it is based on the hardship within the country that the civil service agency has come up to this agreement that they will pay people twice a month. But here is the thing, right? Here is the thing, right? Here is the thing, right? Let us get this clear that while they are doing this, there are other civil servants that have not taken pay for months. Ben, they should
That's
be
correct.
able to off the people. You can say you come and start something new, then you stay owing people. And how long will this process last? Because there are civil servants who the month can end. We go see just this one December. How it took a very long period of time before some people did not even receive money for the festive season for Christmas. It was
That's
after
correct.
Christmas they were being paid. So if you're introducing this new process, this is welcoming. But at the same point in time, too, this is something that I think you people should take a thorough look at because you don't want to start something that you're not in. So pay the people monthly set a problem. Then you don't do it bi-weekly. So how is it going to be? As much as you're
It's,
saying it's going to help the process and blah blah blah, I know that you're thinking about Liberians and all of that, but let us get this clear. How long will the process last for? Will you people
that's
continue
grandstanding.
this thing? But then let's hear you on this quickly before I give my final take on it.
Was Samara, I think that is just political grandstanding. The folks in the UB just want to be heard as usual. But if you cannot pay civil servants, you have a whole period of 1 month. Like we say, we just use the word 31 days. You can't settle the bill 31 day. Then a bi-weekly or payment you talk about doing. It's I would say this. That is a political charade. Can they try to infatuate maybe for a month or two? If they want to, perhaps they could. But is that sustainable? No. It's almost like you have a building, a 4 bedroom house, and you roof the house, but then there you put door on one of the rooms and you're moving it and you're putting all of the furnitures, you're putting all of the beautification, but you leave the rest of the other rooms, no window, no door, and all of that. And you call that a finished building only because you furnish one of the rooms and you're in it. No matter how you beautify one of the room in that 4 bedroom or finished building, anyone who come around, no matter the comfort in your room that you finished, once the entire building is not completed, it will still be referred to as an unfinished building. as an unfinished building. And that is the thing with their so-called bi-weekly payment. Still, as we speak, as of today's date, the 19th day of January 2026, there are still civil servants who haven't gotten paid in the country. In some of the areas, the old people, the Liberian dollars component. In other areas, they haven't paid neither the US or Liberian dollars component. Now they're talking about moving. So, like we said earlier, the UP folks, they only believe in filibustering, grandstanding, and showmanship. Just moving from one thing to another, jack of all trade and, and champion of none, or master of none. The reason is so simple, Samira. These people are actually desperate. They are struggling for deliverables, and I understand. Samira, it's not easy. You know, I mean, I affiliated with senior government officials in the CDC government. So I know how it takes for some of them, especially when there are growing concerns from the citizens. But you see, these people in the United Party, one of their serious problem is they feel that they're very much sophisticated and that they can fool the ordinary people. And that's where the problem lies. I'll be honest with you, from the NIMOD report, the president mentor showcasing now other 300 plus project people when they were able to achieve only three, it clearly indicates that actually in Liberian Palan is shit on the United Party regime. To be very honest, Amira. That is the reason why they just grasshopping from one thing to another. They're not completing anything. Clear cut. So you know when he announced that okay, there'll be bi-weekly payment for Silver 7. Okay, and somebody on the radio, oh yeah, see they come and start paying people at least 2 times in a month, bi-weekly payment. So the high coming be now like good news there. So when that other news go there, you have that news that you know the party, they crafted a propaganda. So that two news. Samira is carrying the news that bi-weekly payment, the pay will be coming 2 times in a month, almost what people do in America and other places. You take pay the week, other week, other we take pay 2 times in a month, I think coming. Then what Ben is saying that civil service take pay for team. Suppose I move from here, Samira said they come pay for 2 times.
Okay. I think we have a low issue.
Rationale behind the whole thing. That is the strategy. That is the tactics they are using, Samira. But it's not going to work. The reason we say it's not going to work is because if you cannot do what is even more easy, paying monthly, give the government the opportunity to be able to raise the necessary revenue and to appropriate or allocate the ones that are supposed to be used for salary. But if you fail to perform on that, how can you deliver on a bi-weekly payment? I think that is unrealistic, and I think the rescue regime needs to try harder. We understand that time is slipping from their hands. They're in 3 years without achieving anything for the country, but they have to actually, if they want to do something better, they have to be realistic and have to be honest about it.
Fair enough. They have to be realistic and and fair in it. And like I said, let me have my say on this for the last time, and then we open the phone lines. Liberians will have the chance to speak to this Samuel Tour issue about the harmonization and also this thing that has to civil servants you people should call into. Like I said, this is not bad, not at all. It's okay. Even a representative was even pushing the issue that there are people who are working and due to bad labor, they should be paid per hour, right? And all of that. That is fair enough. That is not bad. So paying people twice a month, it is not bad to the government of Liberia. But my question is this something that it is a long-term thing or it is just some kind of charade again? Because we understand that, oh, you people are feeling for Liberians. Liberians can use their salary, or before their salary comes, they have credited and blah, blah, blah. So you want to do it twice a month. Fine. That is fine. But the question is this something that will last? Can you people do this? At times, you people even struggle with the monthly payment. It doesn't even come in time. Those of the people who are who are civil servants. There are civil servants who have complained to us in Monrovia, out of Monrovia. They have called on the same radio, and they have said that they have not received salary for about there was a security personnel who called on this radio. I think the person said that they worked with the executive mansion and they did not receive salary for a particular month. There are some people who they got their Liberian dollars that did not get their USD. So you're still struggling to pay people. We understand that you so much love the Liberian people, you want to pay them to us. That is fair. I'm saying this with my full chest that it is okay to pay these people. But at a particular point too, you do not want to start something that you will not end. Something that will not yield result. Let's see as to how far this process will go. Me, I'm happy for it, and I'm hoping that it comes to reality. The Liberians will not complain. But as much as we're saying yes to this thing, this is something that you people should have taken a thorough look at. I think you people did, and you're pay the people that you're owing. Let me say that one in a common Liberian English. There are civil servants that you people still owe. You're pay their money. Then you can do the twice a month thing. You can do the twice a month thing. We hope that we get any news from it again that my salary did not come in time. The money that they send, they call it like this. They are not to call it like this, and blah blah. I know there will be all set of news. But Liberians, there are some of you who are civil servants. Let's look at this idea. This is what Josiah Joker and the ministry has come up with. Let's look at it. You civil servants, they're doing it in the interest of you Liberians, according to the ministry. What do you have to say about this? What do you have to say about this? The table is being turned to you because it is in your interest that they're doing it. Because Ben, I think you read, you listen to what I read here, that they're Liberians who cannot afford, through all the month. So they thought it was to pay, after, few weeks within a month they do the paying. Then when the month ends, they do the paying. But at times too, the people can owe the people the next month can start and all before they start paying. So I already know how they come into the whole process.
That would be the worst thing ever that's gonna happen.
I know how they are coming to do this whole process.
It's gonna be worse.
I just do not know. But let us hear Liberians on this, Ben. You heard Ben. We spoke about the harmonization process. Samuel Tour, what he had to say about it challenging the Unity Party government and also this Civil 7 thing. What do you have to say to it, Liberians? What are your take this morning? 0773-419-502, 0773-419-502, 0555-184711, 0555-184711, 0773-978-564, 0773-978-564, 0880-907-907, 0880-907-907. These are the numbers to participate. After this conversation, the next conversation we will go to is this issue which has to do with Senegal. They withdrew their lessons held by Nigeria's Oranto Petroleum, right? The whole Oranto people and thing. I heard that's something that is true though, Ben. But
it's not straight.
Not at all. We talk about it, about
deal.
The Liberian people. I don't know. Some of our government people, they can just see something, they just go into it. That's the thing where they brought up Alolo, our yo-yo bosses from Ghana, saying that it is, a new boss and blah blah blah. As soon as they hear about something, they did this thing, fake scholarship. Liberians are going to go on some kind of fake scholarship again. I don't know. I really, really don't know. But the cash giveaways on this morning, and of course, we're giving out some money. Yeah, all you need to do, we're giving out 5,000, 10,000. All you need to do is to dial *799*8#, dial *799*8#. Use 200, not 200, but 50 Liberian dollars, and be able to win yourself some money here. Ben, we do not have much time. Shortly, we'll be calling it a day. Let us just give our say on this Oranto thing. And then when we get back, we just take calls all together. Do not place in your calls, please. I'm sorry, because we do not have much time. Let us just give our take on this Oranto thing, wherein the Nigerian people pull up, and then we call it a day here on the conversation.
Okay, so there's a summary here, the summary on the Oranto deal. So the Senegal Ministry of Energy, The Senegal Ministry of Energy, they're responsible for petroleum in the country. So the Senegal Ministry of Energy, they officially withdraw their oil license. Their oil license that was held by Nigerian firm, the Oriental Petroleum. Senegal officially withdraw their energy from Oriental Nigeria Petroleum Company. They took their license, and this the withdrawal of this license, it was held by the Oriental firm for what they call the Sia offshore shallow block. It's called the Sia offshore shallow block. That is the name of the block, the oil block. Now, according to the Senegal Ministry of Energy, the decision was confirmed on the 13th day of January 2026 by the African Energy Chamber, the AEC. The government authorities in Senegal clearly indicated that Oriental of the Nigerian businessman Arthur Easy, they say the Oriental deal failed to provide the required financial guarantee for one company. The company failed to provide financial guarantee to support the agreed work program for the oil sector in Senegal. Now, under the Senegalese petroleum law, failure to live by the legal deal warrant retrieval or revoking of the lesson. So Senegalese petroleum law says that if you fail to give the state the legal rights, the business interest to operate, the legal authority the state gave you, the state will take it back. And the summary goes further. It indicated that a detailed legal, technical, and regulatory review also discovered that Oriental did not meet her legal obligation. The Oriental company of Arthur Easy did not meet her legal obligation. And what are those legal obligations? The legal obligations include their financial capacity to operate and to execute the work plans. See the kind of fool and put Joseph Baga dealing with. So the COS also, the COS block was also awarded to them, like I earlier indicated, in 2008. But since 2008, according to the Senegalese, no drilling has ever taken place. No drilling. It wanted to say that only minimal exploration spending was noted over the few years. Industry sources also indicated that Oriental, the Nigerian company, oil company Oriental of Arthur Easy, they said the company struggled to attract partners to invest in developing the oil block. How can you get to convince partners when you are shaded, when you are 419, like we said? So the COS block is accordingly located in the north of Dakar, the capital of Senegal, and it is considered an oil-rich area. An oil-rich area. I would want to add the easy one for the people oil-rich area with 13 identified leads and significant potential reserves. 13 significant identified
Um, internet problem. Let's see as to if we'll be able to, process it here. Let's see as to if we do that. We're sorry for that little break in. We have a little internet problem. Let's see as to if we'll be able to process it here. We hope to get a Ben on the line shortly. But while we're waiting on him, Liberians, you haven't hearing about this Oranto or Oriental, whatever you call it, due. And we have been telling Liberians that this is not a good deal, right? And this is concerning because Senegal revoked Oranto petroleum license weeks after our people ratified the deal. And we say that this is a writing on the wall. And the decision about the Senegalese authorities to cancel the Oranto petroleum license has sent, a message across West Africa, raising questions in Liberia, where the government recently ratified this particular deal. So it was on December 18, 2025, when the Liberian Senate, it was on a Thursday, they approved 8 offshore oil black agreements involving Total Energies and Oranto Petroleum, aligning with the House of Representatives after weeks of review and consultation, right? After weeks of going back and forth, after weeks of going back and forth, after weeks of that, after weeks, they decided to go through of the deal. And previously, we've been telling these people, the representatives, the senator, that this is not a good company. This company doesn't mean well for Liberians, right? So, in total, the total energy agreement narrowly passed. They were passed with 21 votes, while the Oranto Petroleum deal secured 20 votes. Okay, and the people who voted yes on both the Total Energies and Oriental Petroleum, they include the Senate Pro Tem, Yomli Kanga, Lawrence, Edwin Snow, Darius DeLong, Emmanuel Zopeno, Boto Kane, and others, right? And the people, the senators who supported Total Energies, but at the end of the day, they voted. At the end of the day, they voted. They voted no. They voted no on the Oranto Petroleum. They include Senator Natana Faloma Gill and Amara Kone. They voted no on both all black agreements. And Senator Falo Magio and Amara Kone, they voted yes on the Total Energies, but voted no on the Oranto
On the
Petroleum.
run today. Yeah.
People voted no on both all blacks. The Maryland County Senator, Weston God Findlay, Grand Bassa, you have Jevon Smith Riverses and Bill Tuare Riverses, right? These were the people who voted no. So you have senators voting yes and no on the 18th? Yes, it was the 18th of December that this due was being voted upon.
That's
And
correct.
we have been telling Liberians that this is not a good deal. This is not, who even know the Oranto people? Like out of the places that they have been, they doesn't have good record. There's no good record when it comes to these people. I mean, and now this is it from Senegal. But Ben, we have a little internet issue. That's the reason why I was way in. Let's keep it up from your end. From there, we will go to the Liberian people so that they be able to say what they have to say. But last, Liberian people, your representatives and senators, they voted yes for this company already.
You see, Samara, these are the reason why we continue to push for transparency and accountability. When we say these things, people feel that we are just against the regime. It's not about being against the regime. For us, we want better for our country. And these are the reasons why we continue to whistleblow on things like this. First of all, Arthur Easy, this or the CEO of Oriental, petroleum company, they have no credibility, they have no legitimacy, and we flag these issues. The red flag was all out there. To see the legislature moving in to sign the Oriental deal in spite of the growing concern, the criticism, and the public outcry, it shows grave insensitivity and administrative ineptitude. Now, when we say we have bunch of networks at the legislature, then people try to question why we say this. You see where we are heading? It had to take the magnanimity and the magnanimous leadership of President Bassori Diomaye Faye of Senegal, Dakar, and the government, the Ministry of Energy of Senegal, to say, okay, these people do not have the capacity. These people, we gave them our oil block since 2008. They've done no exploration. These people are unable to attract investors to come. So Joseph Boaka and Kun took our oil deal and gave it to Oriental of Arthur Easy. Imagine this situation. Senegal have a bigger economy. It attracts more investors than Liberia that have a very fragile and small economy with no electricity. Do not have industrial electricity to supply. Even Orange, MT, and all those phone companies in the country, they're not being fueled by LEC. LEC is not efficient enough. But Senegal, Dakar have a far more better infrastructure, better electricity, better capacity, and all of that. Now,
Of course,
a
of course.
country that is more attracted to investors. The Ministry of Energy, having scrutinized the entire operation of Oriental, they've clearly indicated that the company lacks the capacity. In fact, Samara, the key things we pick up from it. One, the Ministry of Energy in Senegal said Oriental lacks the ability to attract investment to the oil sector in Senegal. It also indicated that the company don't have the money. They have proven no strong financial ability to do that. And they didn't settle for anything less. They settled for a strategic oil reserve of Senegal. So you see where we're heading? That is the exact company that went and our people were showing their teeth. You have the 32 teeth of Richard Nangbekun smiling only because these people will destroy our country on the basis of their greed. The only thing they're interested about those people is brown envelopes, the kickbacks they receive from signing those Booker deals. That does not reflect any tangible change or good thing to impact the citizenry. And this is where we are. And Samara, this Arthur Easy guy is a close associate of the drug law, the deepest criminal of the president of Venezuela. Arthur Easy. This is troubling for our country. Do we have a leader like the people of Senegal have? President Faye, who instructed the Ministry of Energy and said, look into this deal? Let's look at the Ministry of Commerce under Joseph Boakai. The Ministry of Commerce that is selling IPDs and prioritizing foreigners to take businesses that should be owned by Liberians. Let me tell you this. We're in a very, very big mess. This is a big mess we're in. And if the legislature was a responsible body, of course, we have very few responsible men like Nathaniel McGill, like the likes of Amara Kone, who voted for Boakai, but it's still sound manner in your oversight responsibility. The likes of Francis Afoko, Sibo, and all those guys. There are very few people that are for sound mind, but majority of the guys in the legislature, they are bunch of networks, corrupt elements that are bent on destroying the country. And I agree with you, Samira, because you're one person who have always said that one of our major problems as a country is the idiots that are elected to the house to stir the affairs, most of those people are only about their bellies. That's
These
all.
are
They're
the people
not
that
in the
make
interest
the
of the
bad
people.
decisions. These are the people that make the bad decisions. The decisions, I mean, for us. I'm telling you.
That's correct, Samira. That's correct.
These are the
Imagine,
people.
imagine Richard Kuhn, that speaker. Richard Kuhn,
But Richard
supposed
Cool,
to be
Richard Cool
speaker.
is not a speaker material.
You got Yombly then, like it was alleged that Yombly and Dylan then trying to sell be cannon pork
You
to
put up
us.
again.
Yeah,
The one fresh man.
yeah.
I'm
These
telling
people
you.
are not in
So,
the interest of the people.
oh yes. So now Liberians will believe us. We always say this thing, right? We always tell Liberians that these are the people that make the decision for us. Everybody, each and every citizen in this country cannot go to the capital building to go make a decision. So we say, all right, in the district, we'll take one person. In this county, we'll take 2 senators. You all go there and sit down there and make a decision. But some of them, excuse me for the expression, but they are all buffoons. They just sit there and just sound bookers contract. They just do things to benefit themselves. They cannot, they will see the hurting part about it is that these people will see the bad in this thing. But if small money there for them, they will look at it and sign it. That's the
They are
hurting part.
bunch. They are
Knowing
bunch
fully
of
what I ever benefit the
inepts,
country.
unscrupulous, dim-witted, nitwit, and mid-face.
Knowing fully well, it will not benefit the country. I'm telling you. Knowing fully well that this thing will not benefit the country, the people will look at it and say, we get time for the other people. The people are poor, they will make decision for them. Yeah, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. That is how it is. So the deal has been signed, man. They have accepted it already. As much as we've talked about this thing, this is something that we have talked about. This whole Oranto thing, even before it could reach to this point, when this deal was in the legislature, we talk, and told Liberians, told the people in the house there that this thing, it should not be done because this is not good. We said it. But at the end of the day, what happened? What happened? This is where we are. The people went ahead and make their own decision, not taking into consideration as to if this is going to benefit Liberians. This is where we are. But we do not have much minutes. Let us go to the phone lines now, Liberians. You can be able to participate. Play the cash giveaway. What we're about to do is to send out 500 to 2 persons, our frequent players, those of the people who always play the cash giveaway. That will be an encouragement for them to play before we do the draw yet this morning. 0773 419502 0773 419502 0880 907 907 0880 907 907 0805551 184711 0555 and 0773 978 564 0773 978 564. These are the numbers to participate this morning on Good Morning Liberia. I repeat the numbers: 0773 419502 0555 184711 0773 978 564 0880 907 907. These are the numbers to participate here this morning. We will talk to this person. This person had been playing the cash giveaway. We decided to send out 500 since it is $50 Liberian dollars people are using to play as an encouragement so that this person be able to play the cash giveaway. But let's talk to this person and be able to disperse his or her money. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. My name is Samira. One line, I call you from Voice of Liberia. And even where do you join us from?
Yeah, I'm Kototo. I live in a village.
Okay, so our record says that you have been playing the cash giveaway, but you did not play this morning.
Yeah, I don't play this morning.
Okay, so what is the code for Voice of Liberia if you had been playing?
I play star 977 hash.
No, you're missing it. It is star 799.
Okay, star 799. I want to play.
So you press star 799 star 8 hash.
Okay.
and then you play. This morning on, people using $50 to play.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just disbursed 500 to your account. You're using 50 LRD to play this morning to be able to win yourself some money, okay?
Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Let God be with you.
Okay, thank you too. Hope you play and be able to win.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now let us get to the next person. Let's see as to if he or she picks so that we'll be able to give this person their money. Star 799 star 8 hatch is the code this morning. Star 799 star 8 hatch is the code this morning. And all you need to do is to play with 50 Liberian dollars and be able to win some money, right? This person's phone is ringing. Let's see as to if he or she picks, and afterwards we'll be able to move on with the program. Yeah, we have a few more minutes to our closing time. Shortly, we call it a day. Okay. If this person doesn't pick, if we call this person three times, and the person, okay. Good morning. Morning. Morning.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm okay. My name is Samira. One line. I call you from Voice of Liberia. Your name and where do you join us from?
My name is Alpha.
From where? Okay. You have been playing our cash giveaway.
Yeah.
Okay. This morning you did not play, but we decided to send you 500 Liberian dollars so that you be able to play. So you're using 50 Liberian dollars to play this morning. Okay. Play and be able to win. Okay. The money is in your account already. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry, we have had our device off. See why. I'm so sorry, Liberians. But let us be able to move on. Ben, we do not have much time. I think we should call it a day. I just got these on. I don't know.
Okay.
We had it off. But let us be able to move on. Let us call it a day. Today is Monday. And it's the beginning of the week. Yesterday the week
That's
started.
correct.
It is Monday, a very fresh Monday. I know that a lot of Liberians are out there. You know, some people have gone to their business places. The struggle begins, it continues, right? Liberians struggle on a daily basis for a living. I always say that when you wake up in the morning, you have life, you know, you have food to eat, you can have food for your family. That is something that you should be grateful for because not too many persons have that opportunity. But let us wrap up, Ben. Let us call it a day. What do you have to say to the Liberian people as we wrap up?
Okay, I want to say to the Liberian people, all hope is not lost. One thing you can guarantee is that change is on the way. As a country, we're not the only people going through this situation. I remember I followed the politics in Ghana when the citizens were oppressed, but they did not look anywhere else. They looked at a man who was once President John Dramani Mahama, and they said, Mahama, you understand what Ghanaians are facing, and you know our problem. We're not giving the country to anyone else. We're coming for you because we remember you did some good things and we changed you, but you're still here with us. We're making you our president to move our country forward. All is not roses in Ghana, but Mahama is doing his very best to put Ghana on the map. In the United States, the politics on Trump was intensive. Biden won the elections. As sophisticated as America is, they have more job opportunities for their citizens and residents of other countries that are there. But still, American patriots went ahead and voted for change. But who did they vote for in their change? They voted for their former president, Donald Trump. The wave of political comebacks are happening. I want to say this to you, Liberians. 3 years gone, Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kunde have done nothing but to bring more suffering on our people, to bring fake companies to sell our oil block to them, to take Liberian businesses and give it to foreigners. What our business people are struggling, Samira. The pool, the callers that phone in on the show today, it speaks volume to how our
Exactly.
business people are facing serious hardship in the country. I
Mm-hmm.
want to say this, fellow Liberians. No matter how long the night is, day is sure to come. One thing I can guarantee you, let us use these things as a motivation and as a lesson learned so that when we go to vote in 2029, we can be able to vote for a great comeback. And I want to say this to you, President Weah, as a compassionate person, will be in a position to restore sanity, to restore your hope and a decent leadership. He loved the country, that's why he always peaceful. He loved the country, that's why he always out there. Yesterday he was on the field with the ordinary people. I can say this to you, Joshua is coming back 2029. And to the people of Monserrado County, we understand that Monserrado have the largest constituency because it is the county that hosts the country's capital, Monrovia. I want to say this to you people of Monserrado. I know you have a man who have lied to you for far too long, DeLong. And Samara, quickly, please, permit me to squeeze in this. I read a piece from a very brilliant young man called Obadiah Vanja Colley. He indicated systematically and in chronological order individuals that resigned from DeLong office. He spoke about Jacob Jala. He spoke about Elias Bashu and others, Martin Kula, and of recent Lasana Kane. It is the right for people to engage and disengage politically. But when resignation is on the increase in one office repeatedly, it signals the sense that, political influence decline from within the office. It declined from behind the desk. Delon is a fake guy. He has lied to the people of Monserrado. He has lost the trust and confidence of the people. And this is the reason why, even with 3 years left to election, 2 years left rather to elections, Jefferson Tamakoji continue to win the trust and confidence of the Liberian people. He won the opinion poll on Voice of Liberia here, an independent poll that was conducted here. Jefferson Koji won that poll. He's winning massively on all of the social media opinion poll, and we can say this. Jefferson Tamakoji is well positioned to emerge as the next senator of Monserrado County. Those are great men we'll have in the parliament. You won't have a man like Kochi sitting down and one Bucas Oronto deal is passed. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. So we're going to ensure that people like Koji are elected senators and decent people are elected representatives so that when President Weah take over the country 2029, we can have a better legislature working with a responsible executive that will move the country forward. Until then, folks, I want to say one thing to you. Monday is a great day, the beginning of the week. Engage the day with discipline, commitment, and a renewed energy. There is nowhere, no time where working hard proves to be the wrong decision. Work very hard, be disciplined for whatever you want. And thanks to our CEO and the entire management team of the biggest platform in the country, Voice of Liberia. My name is Ben Belief Tokba, and we're going to be here tomorrow, same time, for another splendid edition of the program, Good Morning Liberia.
Okay, thank you. I like the way Ben can be so optimistic about we are coming to power 2029 and Javasin Koji becoming a senator. But anyways, let me say it was a really good presentation. And on this issue that has to do with the liberalization policy, we listen and we know as to how Liberians call in. It's about time that we be able to take a new trend. It's about time that the government be able to focus on that policy and make Liberia better for all of us. Do have yourself a pleasant Monday. It's the first day in the week. You started with positivity. Do not go about your day with any negativity. Start it positive and be able to do what you can do to the best of your ability. I mean, I always say that if you cannot if you cannot or how you can call it, if you cannot run, you can walk. If you cannot walk, excuse me, you can crawl. But what this message implies is that you need to do something every time. Every day you wake up, you got to do something. Because all of the small things that you'll be doing, the future holds better. So do you have yourself a blessed day, Ben? It was a great conversation. We're going to be here tomorrow morning talking to Liberians. My name is Samira One Light. This is how we say bye-bye on Good Morning, Liberia.